This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
This is the shit we do to warm up to this. Is that window open? Oh no, you won't want to have
that window does not open.
Also, you don't want to open it.
And it'd be way too noisy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We can't cool off.
Yeah.
We can't cool off.
That is... Well, okay, maybe it'll put us in the mood, because it could be like we are on Isla Sorna, is that?
Isla Sorna?
Instead of Isle of Sorna?
Or Isla Nublar.
Yes, Isla Nublar.
That is the place to be.
Because I'll be flat out honest, I didn't watch Jurassic Park, but I watched 2 and 3 yesterday.
Need a refresher on those.
Yeah, because I've watched Jurassic Park so much.
Yeah.
That if I needed a refresher, it's like, what are you doing? Are you napping?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
But speaking of which,
so
Jurassic Park Trilogy.
The Jurassic Park Trilogy.
That's right. That's right.
We have sexy Jeff Goldblum with us today.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as sexy as he could be.
Yeah. I mean,
with a giant fucking head.
A giant fucking head.
Smallest torso ever.
Yeah.
He's got cellulitis of the head.
Ha
That's what he's got.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Inside joke. I had cellulitis.
Yeah.
Not fun.
In your arm. Like a true cock knocker.
Like a true cock knocker.
Like a true cock knocker.
That's a t-shirt. That's a
true
t-shirt.
cock knocker?
Like a
like
true
that.
cock knocker.
I like that.
And then just on the back, just a big fist.
Yeah. If we ever make Geek Pants merch.
Oh, man.
When we make Geek
when
Pants
we
merch.
make Geek Pants
That's
merch.
gotta be it.
Because I've said it before. You said it last time.
Yeah.
If you don't got your Geek Pants on, you're naked.
Boom.
That's the whole reason to
That's
make
a good
merchandise.
shirt. That's a good shirt.
Perfect. Or pants.
Mm-hmm.
People still write stuff on the ass, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, pants with just geek on the butt.
There you go.
Geek pants.
That's hilarious.
Geek pants.
Because they'll go geek, and then I'll go pants, and then they'll go, oh, I get it.
And I've been dying.
Yes, you have been dying.
I've had a great run of dying lately. I had my crazy acid reflux scare where everyone thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah?
Directly followed by concussion.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know about
tell
that.
me about
I
that.
almost knocked myself out, and then I had a concussion for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so you didn't tell me about that.
Okay.
And that was 2 weeks, so the last time we did the podcast, or Camcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Hey,
I think it was actually a day after.
I almost concussed myself, too, so don't feel bad.
Good job.
I almost did it, though.
Nice.
Lifting a dryer, it shifted right there.
In the face.
Right, and in fact, like right here. So
That's
I
not
had a
on
little
your
mark.
arm. The other arm now. What?
Oh, yeah, okay, so...
Okay, that is a badass bruise.
Yeah, okay, so in order for me to get antibiotics...
You had to fuck up your other arm, too?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so they couldn't put it in this arm.
Right.
Because this was the offending arm. It
Yeah.
was already swollen. There was no way they were going to fucking find a vein. Right? So, the nurse, no worries here. I'm not going to shit talk her. She was nice enough. Tried to get a vein, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
This is what happened when you don't get a vein.
Cool. I had my nurse when I had my concussion.
This is what happened when you get a vein.
When they get the vein.
When you get the vein,
little bruise.
you get a little tiny fucking bruise. Because I had to do, what was it? I went in on Wednesday, and they immediately put me on an IV drip.
Yeah.
So there's 2 shots. So she missed the vein here. Okay, got the vein here. So there was one 10-minute drip, and then there was one 40-minute drip. Okay. And then I'd have to go back every morning to do the exact same thing. Okay. So then my last one was Monday. Sunday or Monday. One of the two. I believe it's Sunday, actually. Okay. But Sunday was a big shot. Because it was starting to get so good.
Yeah.
That when I went in, the last time I had this was starting to get irritated. Like, it started to hurt towards the end of the injection. So then the nurse is like, okay, well, maybe we just take it out. Because maybe your vein is just kind of like, okay, like,
enough of this.
Fuck off, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes sense, and then they're like, yeah, maybe you'll be so good that you'll just get an IM shot, like an intramuscular shot, which I thought was just my shoulder, or like in the bicep area, right? So, I come in and they're just like, you know what? Like the doctor's like, it looks so good. I'm almost saying maybe we don't need to do this. And I was like, and they literally go, well, we could do it just to be safe. And I went, yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay? Yeah. So that's fine. And they literally go like, she goes like this. She goes, so, okay, so where do you want it? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, do you want it in the thigh or the bum? What about the shoulder? No, you get it in the thigh or the bum.
Oh.
So, here's a phrase that I never thought a grown-ass man would say, but I said,
Give it to me.
I'll take it in the ass. Yeah. And luckily I didn't see the needle, but Michelle told me it's like this big. And they gotta like...
Where, in the cheek?
Just a big needle, they gotta stab it like right into the cheek. And then, of course, so she stabs it and I went, oh, ow. And while she's like pumping me, I'm literally like, I'm sorry I moved so much. And she's like, okay, it's okay, you didn't move that much. And I thanked her, but in my head I was like, you're just saying that to make me feel better. You know? I appreciate it, you know? But, so, yeah, I mean, needless to say.
So it's been a very exciting week for you.
I don't know about exciting.
A lot of firsts.
It's fucking scary.
A lot of firsts.
Like, it's scary to start off with a spot like here that's itchy and swollen.
Yeah.
And then through the course
You're
of
like, oh, a spider must have been here.
4 hours,
yeah, it
goes from this to this, and now it's like red and swollen and hot. And then even after when you're on the meds, it's continuing to spread. It was a little scary. Once I figured out like it was cellulitis, once they told me it was cellulitis, and they're like, this is what you take, and blah, 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 I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But needless to say, that brings us, this is a horrible segue.
To the Jurassic Park Trilogy!
This is the worst segue ever. What the fuck is wrong with this?
Well,
okay, let's start from the beginning.
On the plus side,
hey, who are you?
I'm Ken Levitsky.
Great, because I'm Chris Mercier.
Alright.
And we are Geek
Pants.
Pants. I like that we
Nailed
didn't
it.
even talk about that.
Nailed
and
it.
you were like, I know what he's doing. That's
Yeah,
good.
let's go with it.
We did nail it.
Alright, and yeah.
And now I can honestly say, no sidetrack, no nothing. Here it is, Jurassic Park, the first trilogy, because we're rapidly coming up on a second trilogy.
Yes, well, that's the world trilogy. This is the park. This
fair
is the
enough.
park.
Fair enough. Great distinction. Great distinction.
But first, before we start, allow me to just say that I bought this limited edition Jurassic Park set that comes with all 4 movies in 4K.
Ooh.
I enjoyed them greatly. However, it also came with digital copies for each film. I already had digital copies of each film. So, giveaway time!
What? A giveaway?
Giveaway!
How do you
away,
go
give
about
it away,
getting
give
this?
it away now.
Nice.
Like that?
I did like that.
Oh,
actually.
man. That's
You
good.
probably thought I was going to make fun of you, but I'm not.
I honestly did.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't really care either. So, yeah, digital copies. This is Canadian edition. I don't know if it'll work in the States, but it might. So, share, subscribe, like, do the 3. Share, subscribe, like.
Yes.
Okay? You can be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, preferably on our YouTube channel.
That would be great. If you do the share on our YouTube channel, that'd be great. Share, like, and comment, I guess.
Comment. Do it all. Do whatever you want.
Anything that says, hey, I watched this, I like this, I want to see more of this, and you will get digital copies of these movies.
Just like that. So,
just like that.
So, yeah, I will announce the winner in, I don't know, when's this going to go live? Next week sometime? You'll hear from me soon.
If there is a winner.
You'll hear from me soon. Yeah.
If there is a winner,
Chris is like,
there will be an announcement.
I could have taken this digital copy.
I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it.
All right.
I'm sharing a Plex account. So technically I have digital copies.
Good for you.
So, here we go.
Here we go. Jurassic Park
Jurassic
Trilogy.
Park.
We'll kick it off Jurassic Park. This one.
We have to. We have to just start it off with the
I almost want to go from 3 to 1 just because 1's going to be so long, but
I was thinking the same thing.
That
like,
would make
do
the
a different
segments.
order.
That would make the segments kind of weird.
It would make it sort of weird, but so here, right out of the gates, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, flat out, Jurassic Park is still by far one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that when they re-released it in 3D in the theaters, my wife and I both were like, "Yeah, we're there.
Yeah,
we're totally gonna go."
Yeah, we did too.
It was fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
It was so good. I forgot how good it was.
I'm one of the lucky people who got to experience it originally in '93.
Yep.
And then,
right here.
And then the 3D now.
Yep.
And you know what? Every time they re-release that, I will be there.
Exactly.
I will be there every fucking time.
Literally re-release it with no changes.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to have like the add-on 3D. It could just say, hey, it's the 50-year anniversary of Jurassic Park in the theaters if they still have theaters.
We're going to show it in black and white silent. We digitally removed all the dinosaurs. I'm still going to fucking watch it.
Ooh.
I'm still good.
I'd probably
It would actually be really funny to see people reacting to nothing.
Like, why would he say clever girl?
Yeah.
What's he doing rolling around on the ground? This is so weird.
It's so crazy. I mean, Gerardo, when he's on the toilet, just to see him get picked up and flung around by nothing, that would be amazing.
But yeah, so that's my opening statement, is that is still one of the best movies of all time.
You know what? I'm going to go on a little shot to the past for a second here.
Yes.
In 93.
Yep.
Back then, we didn't know what movies were coming out unless we looked at a newspaper and saw the little picture in the movie section.
Or very rarely do we watch trailers. Now that I think about it,
There was rare trailers. They weren't really on TV. You'd see them in the movies, but not many.
That's right. Because now I'm trying to think, like, how did I come across this? Oh, this is how it was. So my aunt and uncle and my cousins were in town.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was they had seen it already. So then when they was like, "Have you seen Jurassic Park?" And we're like, "Well, no, we haven't seen Jurassic Park." They're like, "You gotta go see Jurassic Park." So that night we went and saw Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and you thanked them forever.
I was just like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!"
Yeah, so fucking
for
good.
so many reasons.
So fucking good.
Oh,
I mean, like, I remember, like, my dad would get the newspaper Wednesday or whatever, because movies come on Friday, right? And you get the little black and white.
So funny that you mentioned that, because now I remember the black and white picture.
Little black and white image of a poster.
Blank Man.
Black
and white blank man
Little
in
blank
a
man.
fucking newspaper.
The earliest movie I remember watching is the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And my dad opened the paper.
That was I think
yours was Batman.
Mine was Batman, but then what came out first? Was it Batman or Ninja Turtles?
Batman was 89.
Okay, then it was Batman, and then almost immediately.
See, I didn't see 89 Batman.
In theater.
Turtles, I believe, is the earliest film I saw.
Ooh.
Off the top of my head. I saw Returns for sure, and
see, now I didn't see Returns.
Unfortunately, everyone after that.
I didn't see Returns in the theater, but you and I saw Batman Forever in the theater.
We did.
And then my brother and I went and saw Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and I watched Batman with my brother, and then we both said, "Wow." Whew.
I do remember like liking elements of it, and it wasn't until I got older and rewatched it that I was like, "Oh, these are so bad."
If you watch it with like the Batman 60s sense of thinking,
even then, like that's a reach. That's
a reach
because at least with the Batman show, from top to bottom, it wasn't trying to be anything other than a campy we're Batman.
Right.
You know,
true. Batman Row was trying to be something cool.
It was trying to blend the first two.
Yeah.
With the
Schumacher
campy
vision
thing, and I feel bad for Schumacher because he's gotten such a bad rap.
Yeah.
We know now that Warner Brothers was like, "Yeah, you're gonna do this."
Yeah, because I was like, "How the fuck does Schumacher chase Batman and Robin with 8mm?"
Exactly.
What the fuck?
I remember when we watched 8mm, and I've only watched it once.
Same here.
I've never watched it.
I've never gone back to it because it was so disturbing.
And I've heard that it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I remember the same thing. It's like, how the fuck does this happen? Mm-hmm. This guy does this movie.
Yeah.
But he can't do it didn't have to be Batman Begins or anything like that, but. I mean, you saw Batman 1, you saw Batman Batman Returns.
Yep.
And both of them, you're like,
Yep.
I mean, it's the only thing with the... Actually, we should save all of this.
Yeah, we're getting really into Batman right now.
We gotta save all of this.
But we're gonna go quickly back to my original story.
Yes.
Jurassic Park was in the paper.
That's right.
My dad was like, Jurassic Park's coming out. Dinosaurs. You guys want to watch that? And we're all like, look beside it. There's an ad for Bob Hoskins' Super Mario Brothers. And we're like, Super Mario Brothers!
Oh, shit!
Fucking idiots.
Oh, shit!
We watched Jurassic Park a week later. Because that's what my dad wanted to watch. Because my dad loved Spielberg. He scared the shit out of us with Jaws when we were kids.
Ah, okay.
He had all the Indiana Jones.
I always forget that your dad was super into movies.
Super into movies.
He's still super into movies.
Yeah.
He's like us. He's really into movies. But I always forget that even as a kid. Because I watched Under Siege because of your dad.
Exactly.
That's one of the few Steven Seagal movies that are good.
My dad got his first stereo system. Man, I listened to the Beverly Hills Cop music and Top Gun on VHS every fucking week.
Oh my god.
Someone new come over, watch this Top Gun intro. Boom! House is shaking. But yeah, we watched Jurassic Park.
That's right. Okay.
So fucking good.
Oh.
And I believe that would be my third movie I saw in theater after Mario and Turtles.
You know what? I want to say that's probably... it might have been third for me too.
And it was actually that year, I believe. Was it 93, 94?
Well, 92 was Batman Returns, wasn't it?
92 was Batman Returns. Okay, so yeah, no, I saw Batman Returns before Jurassic Park.
Yeah, okay. I love how geeky we are that we know fucking dates.
Oh, man. People laugh at me so hard on that stuff. I'm like,
Michelle too. She's like, she says it for like, she's like, you know dates. For movies, you're almost always banging on for dates, but you know, like, first issue that the character came out, the dates. I could even tell you that on one of the Marvel cards, they have the first appearance of Wolverine as Hulk 181, but it's dated 1982, but it's actually 1974. Like, little things like that where you're just like, shit, good thing I'm married, because I wouldn't be getting laid too often.
Trading cards are making a comeback this year.
Of course they are.
The X-Men Fleer cards are coming back.
Oh, man. Is it going to have the big, huge Jim Lee Danger Room poster split up into cards? Because
I forgot about that.
The X-Men cards, all drawn by Jim Lee, were fucking awesome.
So awesome.
Because that's when he was, like, in his prime.
You had that whole set of X-Force cards.
No, I did not. I was close.
I thought you did. I remember looking at them at your place. Or was that Wolverine?
No.
There was a Wolverine set and an X-Force. I thought you had the whole X-Force set.
No, it was X-Men. I ended up getting the whole X-Men
Was
set.
it X-Men?
X-Men and Marvel Cards Series 2. I ended up getting all of those. And it was just given to me. Like, I remember we collected them.
Yeah.
But then these were just given to me, and I remember just being like, holy shit. And now I couldn't tell you what I did with them.
I know I sold all mine.
But Jurassic Park, that's a
good movie. Jurassic Park.
That's a pretty good movie.
I have some trading cards from that, too.
Of course. Of course. I mean,
Jurassic Park's amazing. Yeah,
I
don't even know where to start Jurassic Park.
Okay, so here's the this is where I like to start. Is they start off with a very ominous opening. You know?
So it sets the mood for everything.
It's, it shows them transporting something.
Yeah.
We know it's dinosaurs.
Something screeching.
They don't show us dinosaurs at all.
But you get to see the eye.
But they do that Spielberg thing where he's teasing the monster.
Yes.
Teasing the monster. And the more I watch movies like this, the more I actually kind of appreciate when they hold off and they build the anticipation. Because then when you finally see it, then you're just like, whoa.
I know.
You know? Like every Godzilla movie, right, that we've seen in recent years has teased it. And it's always worked really well. It's just afterwards, depending on the Godzilla movie, whether or not it's good.
Yeah.
But, so this right away, like, even as a kid, you start off going, okay, because, I mean, it's dinosaurs, and as a kid you think, okay, dinosaurs, and you know that some dinosaurs are carnivores and herbivores, and that's the only reason why I know these terms. As a kid,
Jurassic Park.
Omnivore was not because of that, but just dinosaurs in general.
Yeah.
You know, you learn about these things. So then, and then it builds from there. So then we immediately start to we go to Grant.
Grant comes next.
No, that's right. No, who is it?
You get the Nedry thing with the can of shaving cream.
Yeah, that's right. So there's two big things that immediately. That's right. I forgot about.
And the dude who's in fucking prison.
Because we just watched that the other day, and I forgot about the placing. But yeah, and I remember just thinking, like, to this day when I look at Barbasol.
Yeah.
To this day, I go, man, that'd be cool if you just fucking. There's dinosaurs. Hey. But, like, so that part there I didn't kind of get as a kid. That was only, like, later on. Like, I kind of, you figure out later.
Well, you're very impatient as a kid, too. You're like, come on, get to the dinosaurs. Like,
yeah,
right.
That's right. But, like, it wasn't until later when you realize, okay, so he's getting the DNA samples. Okay. Man, like, but even just those two scenes, within, like, 10 minutes, you've got that, and then you get introduced
to Alan and Ellie.
Yeah, Alan and Ellie.
And the kid that he threatens with the raptor claw.
And that's a good way to introduce him, too, because immediately you know that he's a paleontologist.
Yeah.
You know that she's a paleontologist. You know they're together. And you know that he doesn't like kids.
Yeah.
And he has almost fearful respect for raptors. And you're just like, okay, all right. You know, they don't spell anything out. You don't have a character in the background going, hey, that's Dr. Green. You know, he's done like 14 papers on raptors. He seems to be the absolute expert of raptors. By the way, Ellie Statler over there, they're totally dating. They're totally dating. And I heard a rumor that he hates kids. Continue watching. You know? Yeah. Which these days I'm just
She wants kids. Oh!
Yeah. They might never work out.
Oh, a helicopter!
Like, movies today, I'm just like, dude, like directors and writers and the committees that they do they think we're that stupid?
Yeah.
They must, because they keep spoon feeding us this information.
Mm.
But it's like, so things like that when you look at some of these older movies that I appreciate when they don't do these things. And I was like, man, that's actually really cool, you know? And then it just goes from there to Hammond just saying, Hammond just showing up and going like, oh yeah, I know I put all the dust everywhere, but you're going to love what I've got to show you.
Pops the cork.
You're absolutely going to love it because this is a time for celebration. And they're like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck's going on? Like, what is this? Wait and see. You know?
I'll pay for your dick for 3 years. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Fine.
Yeah.
You know? And then he starts talking about it, and it's just like, what? So then you get to the island. And even just getting to the island and meeting Ian Malcolm.
Well, then you're introduced to, like, everyone else. I mean, you're introduced to Muldoon at the very beginning, that opening sequence.
Yep.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yes. But I mean, like,
then on the helicopter,
you don't realize what he is until later.
Right.
He could have just...
He just seems like a guy, right?
He just could be anybody.
And then you realize he's one of the fucking coolest dudes ever made.
Yeah. Really one of the fucking coolest dudes.
So awesome. But yeah, so you meet Malcolm.
Yep.
Does the funny laugh. You know, he's laughing.
He Goldblums it up.
He Goldblums it up like only Goldblum can.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
You get the
and then you meet the
blood-sucking
kids.
lawyer on there.
You meet with the grandkids too. So now you meet the core cast within the first half hour.
Mm-hmm.
You meet everybody. You get all the sense of the major players. You meet even the attorney, the lawyer.
Yeah.
So you meet everybody, and it's great because you immediately get, okay, so Goldblum, you know, right away, he's a quirky scientist.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hammond is the eccentric millionaire. Lawyer is a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Scumbag.
Yeah. Money.
They don't even shy away from that.
Yeah.
Even he does
Yeah.
it.
This is a piece of shit. Oh, a dinosaur. We're going to make so much money.
That's right.
You know.
And then you got the 2 grandkids, and boom.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So now, like, when you're older, you kind of go, okay, at some point, Grant is going to love kids because of these kids.
Yeah.
Okay? On some level. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the second you start seeing the first batch of dinosaurs, I was a kid when I watched it, but every time I watched this movie, and the same feelings I got with Jurassic World was now I'm a kid again.
Yes.
There's that sense of just, and you lose it a little bit in Jurassic World because it's blatantly CGI.
It is.
But
really good CGI. At least
really,
it wasn't early 2000s CGI.
It's really good CGI, but it's still mind-blowing because there's CGI in this movie. Not a lot.
Hardly any.
The practical effects are just unreal.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stan Winston was a fucking genius.
But if you compare that with even just Jurassic Park 3, a few years later, it's a stark difference. And I know the budget is nowhere near what Jurassic Park had. Okay.
Yeah, well.
But even, like, what was the budget for Jurassic Park? Do you remember?
They didn't really talk about budget much back in those days.
No, they didn't.
They talk about box office money.
Yep.
Never really budgets.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, I would like to think the animatronics probably cost quite a bit.
I would say
back then.
Yeah.
To make them look that fucking real, that looked like a T-Rex walking out.
Oh,
in between those 2 fucking Jeeps.
And the Raptors?
Yeah. Or Ford Explorers. Jeeps are earlier.
Yeah.
Get your fucking cars right, Ken.
Seriously.
Fuck. Jesus.
Ugh.
But no, that T-Rex. Because you don't see the Raptors till later on in the film.
No.
You see them, you see the fucking cow.
You see the pit.
You hear the cow.
Like, and even then, right away, it's just like, you got Raptors here? And he's, like, excited, but he's also like, fuck. You got Raptors here.
Yeah.
And then you've got the what's-his-face? The cool dude.
Oh.
Said his name.
Oh, Muldoon.
Muldoon is literally like, well, you know, we had electrified fences. This is the only way we can feed them because they were testing the fences systematically, never hitting the same spot twice. They were looking for weaknesses. Yeah. And immediately, even as a kid, you're going like, Jesus, fuck, Raptors.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably saying cheese and rice Raptors. But...
Cheese and rice. Cheese and rice.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
Actually, even as a kid, I never was much for fudge or sugars. But anyway, so
shoot.
They build it up. Everything gets built up. But yeah, like you're in awe of the dinosaurs, and then you're afraid of the dinosaurs. They do such a good job. Like nothing's played for laughs. They got a couple of jokes here and there.
Yeah, a few little jokes. I mean, the kids dropped some funny ones. And,
yeah, but I mean, it's just like tension breakers. It's not like we're going to make jokes all the way through and then expect you to take the dinosaurs seriously.
It is one of the most suspenseful movies ever.
One of the most suspenseful movies, and some parts are actually scary.
Yeah, still. I mean, going back to like what I said before, like a couple years ago when we were talking Jurassic World, back in our flashback episode, which is now up on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
All in one breath.
Like that? Pitch did.
Yes, you did.
But no, when we're talking about that, I said Jurassic World is very much the aliens of this franchise, where Jurassic Park was the alien.
It very much is because that's one of the few things that are missing from Jurassic World.
This is a little slower, a little more drug out, but it's horrifying. It's a horror movie.
Yeah. And right? I mean, people still don't. I don't think people even make that connection, but it is very much a horror flick.
Whereas Jurassic Park or Jurassic World's go, action.
Yeah.
Aliens. Right?
Yeah. There's very few moments in Jurassic World where you're just like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay. Like, I think the only time I really went holy shit was when the Raptors joined up with the Indominus Rex.
Yeah.
That was the only time, and then almost immediately I was like, oh, no wonder they wouldn't tell you what was left in the dinosaur soup that they made out of. But here, you're like, you get introduced to the raptors in the pit, but then, you see the brachiosaurs, you see the sick triceratops, and that's where you find out that they have the shelf life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
See Ellie's sticker hand, that big pile of shit.
Yeah, but even Alan Grant is just like on the belly, and he's
going
just
up and down.
He's a kid too, so you're just like, oh, like this is so crazy, And then Nedry starts to fuck the system up. Yeah. And then and I love it too because it seems slow to build up, but it really isn't, because it's around the 45-minute mark.
It really isn't.
That it just goes like that, and then it's just, how do these people get off this island full of these dinosaurs that are now running amok?
Yeah.
And especially because we're talking about raptors, and we've established that these things are smart killers. And we've got a T-Rex.
Yep.
And one of the things that I love the most about this movie, and all of the Jurassic Park movies to some degree, they treat the raptors generally the same all the way through. These are smart, calculated killers. Mm-hmm. But they also treat the T-Rex with almost like a lion-like reverence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a majestic. They sort of, I feel like it's a majestic animal, even though it's not really. But it comes out and you're like shit scared. And at the same time, you're like, that's what they do. Whereas you could argue that the raptors are bad guys. They're just there to watch the world burn, so to speak.
Yeah.
Whereas like a T-Rex is just doing what T-Rexes do, right? But man, like the first time you see the T-Rex is legit scary.
Yeah.
It's not suspenseful. It's legit scary. It's suspenseful when you get the
you get the whole build up to his appearance. You get the lamb, the fucking leg, the bloody leg.
Yeah.
You get the wires going.
Before that, when it's the lamb and it's just like Grant's saying, well, he's not gonna eat that.
Yeah.
He's a fucking hunter. Mm-hmm. But whatever, that's fine. And then. And they don't know all this shit's happening, but you see the claw hit.
Yeah, test the lines.
And now T-Rex knows, okay, this is up for grabs. And then you start seeing that shit happen. The leg hits them, and they're freaking out. We're freaking out. And then you see him for the first time after you've got the water ripples. And it is still like, holy shit. And all it is just like glass between the two, and it's just coming at them so hard and relentless. Craziness.
Yeah, and it was going after the kids too. So as a kid watching that, it's just like,
it's not like you're Robin teaming up with Batman and you're gonna get out of this. Yeah. You're just like, how the fuck are they gonna get out of this? Because I would be eaten. Mm-hmm. I would be totally eaten.
I'm dead.
You know.
I would also think that I'd be smart enough to take a flashlight and start whipping it in the air.
I like to think that I wouldn't do something like that either, but we watched the movie.
Yeah, we did watch the movie.
It's like, no matter how many books you read, kid, you're still pretty stupid. Also, just because I'm a guy, I'm going to call attention to one of the first instances of side boob I ever saw in a movie. I don't know what her name was in the... I can't remember the granddaughter.
Lex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side boob. I was like, what is this? This is awesome.
As a kid.
As a kid. Now I'm just like, oh. Please, no. Oh, I don't need to see side boob.
Take me back to Ellie. Oh.
That's a good voice.
Oh, Ellie. Oh.
But, man, like...
It's just like, I have the whole movie memorized. I love, like, 99% of it.
I don't think there's a part that I don't like.
No, I don't think, honestly, no, there isn't. 100%.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
even if somebody goes, well, this is a plot hole, this is a plot hole, this is a plot hole, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
You know, you come across where they go, well, if there was that whole amino protein deficiency, and if they didn't get this certain thing, that eventually that they would die out, how are they still alive? Well, he said it best. Life finds a way, right? Even him, I like how when you are introduced to Ian Malcolm, he's this slimy, quirky, chaotician.
Everything's chaos.
You know, and then once he sees what's going on, he starts freaking out. There's that scene where it's just like, boom, boom, and then this happens, boom, and then you monetize. And it's all about the money, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, he's actually right. Like, as a kid, you're just like, but it's a park for dinosaurs. As an adult, you're like, he's totally right, because that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what happens.
Because the whole thing was, they're all females. We've genetically modified them so there cannot be any...
Yeah, there'll be no...
reproduction whatsoever.
No natural births.
That's the life finds a way. That's where that comes from.
Hold on. I'll actually do you one better. But it's no natural rebirth or reproduction, and then on top of that, there's that whole certain protein sequence that they need to get.
Right.
So they have to have that. Otherwise, they'll die out. Okay, fine. But they splice them with amphibian DNA.
Exactly.
And amphibians could go either way.
And Grant puts that together.
That's right.
He's like, Malcolm was right, which probably hurt him to say.
Oh. Pained him.
Pained him.
Pained me to actually make that face to say that, because I don't know, I brain farted.
Yeah. Pained him.
I feel like Nicolas Cage in like 500 of his movies.
Yeah.
I love you. That's my Nicolas Cage.
That's pretty good.
I love you.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Good job, bud.
I got talents. But, I mean, yeah, like, we've almost gone through the entire sequence of the movie. Check by check.
That's why it's a hard movie for me to talk about, because I have it so memorized that I basically just want to go scene by scene. And then it's like 2 hours of Jurassic Park.
That's exact. Okay, so I mean, we'll cut it short. So I have to say though, the raptor scene where they're chasing the kids is still so scary. So scary. Because you're like, well, there's nothing they can do. They're fucked. They're gonna get lucky, and that's it. Yeah. You know.
That poor little kid got fucking zapped off the line.
Oh my god.
His hair's like this.
He's out, and he's just like, what the hell was it? I can't remember what he said now, but I remember just because he was in mid-sentence. Yeah. That's right.
Well, he was counted down, right?
That's right.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Flying through the air.
You know? I actually like the scene where the Brachiosaurus sneezes on her.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious. But, like, little things like that where they break the tension, and that's still a heartwarming moment, because you can immediately see that Grant is softening up to kids.
Exactly.
He's not hating them as much.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, the raptor scene where now the raptors are actually systematically grouping the kids into a spot where they're fucked. You know? I love the mirror scene where she's like this, and you're just like, it's over. It's over. And then right into the stainless steel stuff, and you're like, holy shit! Like,
so many good scenes with those raptors.
I mean, even like, just small part Samuel L. Jackson.
Ellie when she finds Samuel L. Jackson's arm.
Yeah.
And, and then the raptor just screams out of the fence. So scary.
But just like poof right in, and then you're just like, holy fuck. Yeah. Like jump scares, but jump scares done right.
Oh yeah.
You know. Yeah. Like.
And so much with the raptors. Muldoon when he's hunting her after he talked about it earlier in the film, how like you'll watch her. Yeah. Was it him talking about that or Grant? He said you'll watch, and then they'll come from the sides. They attack from the sides.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it might have been Grant.
It might have been Grant, but it might also have been him, because he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
So he's about to shoot her, and then the raptor goes right here.
Girl. I was like, fuck.
Oh, and then I was like, fuck, he died.
I know.
Because there's a guy I would like to see through the whole franchise.
Yeah, no kidding.
Loved that guy.
No kidding. Like, he was just... he made really super short shorts and super high socks.
Yeah.
Bitchin'.
Badass.
That is one of the things where I watched it recently, and I went, so your shorts are up to here, but your socks are up to here.
Yeah.
You couldn't fucking wear pants?
Yeah.
You couldn't wear pants.
Your kneecaps are showing.
This chunk of your thigh is showing on each one, I guess. But I love that. He puts the hat down.
Yeah.
He thinks they're deked out by the hat. Really, they just deke him out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, there's that respect. He just goes, clever girl. And that's it. It's over.
Like, he knew he was done for.
And I like that. And here's the thing, too. Like, and this is across the movies, too, is the good guys, you don't see them get mauled to death.
Right.
The bad guys, you get to see them get fucked up. You didn't see Samuel L. Jackson get ripped up.
Nope.
You didn't even know he was dead.
You saw Nedry get fucking ripped up.
But you saw the lawyer get ripped up because he left the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Left the kids without even a second's hesitation.
Yeah.
Right? And then so you see him get ripped up, and that's the first human kill for the T-Rex.
Was the lawyer.
That's right. I think that's the only human kill for the T-Rex, actually. In this movie.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one shown anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But, I mean, who else was there? Nobody.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
all off.
And then Nedry with the Dilophosaurus.
Dilophosaurus?
Dilophosaurus.
The spitter.
The spitter.
Yeah.
That was legit scary the first time.
Right? Because it's so cute.
Yeah.
My
And
dog
he's just
does that. My dog does that.
Fuck off. And you're just like...
Fetch.
And then all of a sudden it was just like...
Oh, man.
And then it spits on him.
When we watched that last week, Penny jumped.
Well,
My dog jumped.
Well,
She was watching this thing like, oh, what is this? What is this on the TV? That yeah. Horrifying.
I mean, like, I want to talk about the actors and stuff, but, I mean, they all do such a good job that there's no point.
The actors are amazing. What I love is that most of the actors in this movie are actors I never heard of at that time.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park introduced me to a lot of my favorite actors.
That's right. Because
like, I went back and I watched Sam Neill stuff. I went back and I didn't watch The Fly and stuff until after Jurassic Park.
No, me neither.
Right?
The only reason why I watched it was because it was just a fluke type of thing. I can't remember how it happened. I just remember seeing Jeff Goldblum, and realizing he was younger, and Gina Davis, and going, okay, well, I'll check this out. And I knew that it was a remake because, I mean, I remember looking into all the old monster movies and stuff like that. Never watching them, but because our library at 5 Mile had these books on them.
Yeah.
These books that were based on the movies, and I read all of them, and I remember just being like, The Fly seemed like really cool. So that's one of the reasons why I watched that. That's Sam Neill. Jurassic Park is the reason why I watched Event Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just nuts.
Actually, I didn't realize how many horror movies he did until, like, I went and I looked back at what he's done. He's like, wow, he does a lot in The Mouth of Madness.
That I want to watch, because I've never watched it and I heard it was
really?
crazy
It's
good.
fucked. It's fucked.
That's what I've heard. He also did a lot of, like, English horror flicks that were just... Those ones are fucked, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's from New Zealand, right?
He might be New Zealand.
I think he's New Zealand. He's done a lot of movies that you've probably never heard of because they weren't done here.
Yeah, plus he's an older actor. Like, he wasn't young when this movie came out, so he had already had a career.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yeah, like, it opens your eyes to so many actors and actresses. I mean, shit, like, even, like, Nedry. You see him later on Seinfeld, and you're like, Newman, Nedry, I don't know how to hate you. Yeah. I don't know where to hate you from.
It's like Jurassic Park is just so important to me that when I think him, I go right to Nedry.
It is a landmark
Before
movie.
Newman.
It's a landmark movie, first of all. Yeah. Okay? Like, and you know what? Like, if you think about it, you watch Jaws. Yeah. Okay. And you're like, man, that's a fucking amazing, like, horror flick. Mm-hmm. Creature feature, that's what it is. Creature feature, yeah. And then you watch Jurassic Park, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, like, how lucky is Spielberg that he comes across this book by Michael Crichton, and he's just like, man, I could do Jaws, but a million times bigger and a million times better. Yeah. This is better than Jaws in every aspect, and Jaws is a great movie. Yeah. This is one of his pinnacle movies, I feel, for Spielberg.
Oh, it is.
I feel like it's one of those movies where it's hard for him to get to that point again. Yeah. because it's just so good. It's so good.
If I think Spielberg, I automatically go to this, Jaws, the Indiana Jones movies.
Yep.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because I love that movie.
Oh my god.
And the Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Like, those would be the first 5 that come to mind.
That's right.
Like, I know he's done Minority Report, and War of the Worlds, and shit tons of other Tom Hanks movies. Like, lots of fucking Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah. Like, I forgot that he did Minority Report and War of the Worlds.
Yeah, he did that. He loves the Toms. The Cruise and the Hanks.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't blame them.
They're both good actors.
They're both phenomenal actors.
He only goes to Hanks when there's no running involved. When there's a scene with lots of running, we're going to go to the other Tom for this one.
That's good. That's good. That is
So,
good.
yeah, Spielberg, this movie made me a lifelong Spielberg fan.
Yeah, that literally did. So,
Because, I mean...
Now, like, I've sat through some garbage Spielberg movies because of this movie.
Yeah,
like
I mean...
AI started off really good, and then it just ended off garbagey.
I enjoyed it the first time I watched it, and that's the only time I watched it. But I do want to go back and check it out. Because... later Spielberg, 2000s and on, is more missed than hit. And it's unfortunate. But I mean, the guy's like...
I was just going to say, like, now, I mean, at the same time, you're like... I mean, it's almost like if he dialed down his output, then he'd be able to start...
He's very weird with his movies, too. Like, he'll do nothing for 3 years, and then the same year he'll do 2.
Yeah.
And they're, like, always back to back.
Yeah.
Like, he did fucking Warhorse and Tintin, and they both came out in December.
That's right. I forgot about both of those movies. And
then last fall that just passed, he released The Post, and then Ready Player One only a couple months later.
The Post?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep.
I don't even remember.
True story about this newspaper conspiracy thing. I watched it. Good movie. I'll never watch it again because it was good but boring.
Okay.
One of those, right? It's a drama. So.
Okay. All right.
But yeah,
I do have to
he's
play,
very weird like that. He'll do his...
I do have to watch Ready Player One.
He'll do his little side drama thing and then follow it up by the crazy action.
Yeah, but he's a geek too.
He is a geek.
Like, that's the thing. He's such a geek.
And Ready Player One is really good. It's probably the most 80s, 90s
I heard it
Spielberg
was so
movie
good,
in a while.
I mean, okay, so like, directing, the writing, the special effects. The special effects are just...
It helps that they got Crichton to do the screenplay.
Unfucking believable.
Oh, yeah.
Unfucking believable, those special effects. I mean, like, because I mentioned this right at the beginning, when Michelle and I went and saw the 3D re-release in the theaters.
Yeah.
And I saw this on memes a couple of times, too. It was... The funniest part is the only thing that really ages that movie is when they show computer screens.
Right.
You know, like when she's
like
hacking
when
the
Lex
system,
is like, we got it all!
Yeah, she's hacking the system, and you're just like, wow. Like, I mean, I geeked out for CDOS. You know what I mean? And I remember when you had to be like C:\run.
Yeah.
You know, and next thing I was like, lighting up and stuff. But like, just man, it's so good. It's the kind of thing where like when you get to Jurassic Park 3, it's kind of like it's disheartening because you're just like, man, you were so good, and to see it just kind of.
It's. Well, we'll get into Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, we will.
And I mean, I love all the Jurassic movies. I just love some more than others.
Yeah.
This is obviously the best of the bunch.
Man, yeah, this is the best of the bunch, and so far the best of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see Fallen Kingdom tomorrow.
That's right.
I can guarantee it's not going to touch this movie, though. No. I'm expecting it to be really fucking good. I actually read, because it came out in Europe like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was staying away from the internet.
Oh my god.
Anything that says Jurassic, not looking.
Oh yeah,
not
me too.
looking.
Me
but
too.
I did read one person say, not a spoiler, but I will say that this movie to me feels like Nosferatu with dinosaurs. Ooh. And I was like, that is intriguing.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, I actually like that that whole thing.
Yeah.
Especially because, like I said, like it was the suspenseful scariness that was really missing from this movie, from Jurassic World.
Right.
That's the only thing that I would have said, yeah, we could have done with more of that.
Yeah, I mean, there was like, maybe 2 scenes in Jurassic World where like,
It's
the original 3 have a lot more suspense.
The initial thing with the Indominus where it's invisible.
Yeah.
and you thought it got out, but it really didn't. That part is legit scary because you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then, like I said, it was only later on when the Raptors teamed up with them. Because the Raptors were already kind of humanized a bit because he had raised them and trained them. And I know he says, like, they're still Raptors. They'll still fucking eat my face. Okay? But you're still just like, yeah, but you're not the Raptors that were systematically testing the fence to see where's the weaknesses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you're not the Raptors that totally deked out the hunter that knew everything about you, okay? Like, you're Raptors, and I'm not gonna take you lightly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't look at you in the same way. So, I mean, it's not as scary in my opinion. So, like, if I were to rate this movie, it'd be 5 Crusades out of 5.
Oh, it's a perfect film.
You know?
I mean, okay. There's one part, you know where the T-Rex walks out?
Yes.
For the first time?
Yes.
You can see, like, the light set in the background?
Yeah,
I watched this movie
I never noticed that.
I watched it a dozen times, and I never noticed that until someone pointed out to me.
I've never noticed that. The only other
thing... I don't even care.
The only other thing that I heard was how big the T-Rex is in comparison to his pit, so to speak.
Okay.
So they argued that he couldn't possibly have gotten up and over that wall to chase them because it was too deep, and he's not as tall, but he got up there anyway, like by magic. And I remember a guy just being like, if that's really the only thing that you're gonna like, it's like you're saying, oh, there's a threat. I'm just gonna pull just because people are shitting their pants over this movie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm curious to see how much money that movie made with the re-release, the 3D re-release, just because that's hysterical.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, if it even came close to matching the box office of the original, you know, and it's like, what is it, adjusted for inflation and adjusted for 3D pricing and stuff like that.
Yeah, you adjust all that stuff.
But still, like, fuck, it's such a good movie.
You got all these, like, $2 billion movies these days, but you know what? All these $2 billion movies are releasing in IMAX and 3D and AVX. And
right, and they don't
talk about
all
these extra boosts. This had one screen to play on.
That's right.
One format. That was it.
And it was one screen in Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
It wasn't 4 screens in Thunder Bay. It was one screen in Thunder Bay. Because, like, most towns only had, at most, 2 theaters. Maybe 3, depending, like, if it was Toronto or something like that.
We had 5 theaters.
We had 5 theaters.
But they all had 2 to 4 screens, and they split the movies out amongst the city.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, no 2 theaters were ever playing the same movie.
No, because I remember when we watched it, it was... What the hell was it called now?
I think I watched this at the Paramount.
The Paramount.
Or, no, Cumberland. I watched this at Cumberland.
The Cumberland.
This
right
is Cumberland.
where,
because Cumberland was the big one.
Where Kingdom Comics is now.
Hill City.
Or Hill City, yeah. So that place.
Kingdom. Oh, man, I miss that story.
Oh, man, I miss him, actually. I wonder what happened to him.
He's a good dude. He works in construction now.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Because I saw him right at the end of our run at the store.
Oh, okay.
He was working in construction.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so the Cumberland, because that was the nicest theater that we had.
Yeah.
That was nice. The Capitol was also nice. It was smaller.
Capitol was really nice, though.
It was really nice, but it was small.
It was small, but it had the 2 floors.
Yes.
That and the Paramount had 2 floors.
That's right. And Paramount was also really nice, too.
Yeah.
Paramount was really nice.
I tried my best to not watch movies at Victoriaville Mall or the Victoria Theatre right beside the mall.
Well, the Victoria Theatre right beside the mall was the Capitol.
No, the Capitol was beside the mall, but then there was also one on Victoria, where that pawn shop is now.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
My dad and I watched...
I watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation there.
We watched Men in Black there.
Yeah.
Men in Black. That's another series we should do, too.
Men in Black... Oh, man, there's so many series. We could easily do our 1 million episodes.
Oh.
Yeah. Easily.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say. I'm going to just gush about this movie till the day I die. So
Jurassic Park is perfect. It is easily one of my favorite films of all time. I actually say it's my number 2 of all time, just because I have a huge crush on What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh, I have to watch that movie because that movie is great.
That is my favorite movie of all time.
See, for me, it's hard to actually say what's my absolute all-time favorite movie because I got so many.
Well, I got my top 5 easily. But my top 10 is where it gets hard because then I try to put another 5 in there. Whew, tough. Yeah. But like for years, I had the same top 5, and my top 5 didn't change until Drive came out with Ryan Gosling.
How many times have you watched Drive though?
Lots of times.
Really?
Lots of times.
See, because I've watched Drive a couple of times.
I get the same feeling every time I watch it.
See, I don't.
No?
I don't.
It's a hit and miss movie.
I really liked it when it first came out.
The style and everything, I grinned the whole movie. I smiled.
Stylistically, it's still a great looking movie, but I just remember thinking to myself, like, there isn't really much to this.
Yeah.
At all.
It's
not like it's like this stellar acting performances either. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing.
There's just something about it that I really love.
For you, man. Okay,
but that director, everything after, I thought was garbage. That he's done.
What has he done?
He did the Neon
That's
Demon.
Only
God Forgives.
Refn Winding or whatever.
Nicholas Winding Refn or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that guy. Yeah, and I've heard that it's all just like this really pretentious, just like
art house garbage. It's just
I'm
amazing,
garbage. And if you don't like it, it's because you don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't understand what I'm putting out.
You don't get the shot that goes on for 10 minutes and goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Thanks for wasting my life, buddy.
Yeah, because the second and third time I watched Drive, I literally, like, I remember the second time getting through it, and I remember just being like, I liked this a lot more when I first watched this. And now I'm, like, kind of like, is this over yet? You know? Mm-hmm. So I
totally get that.
Since. I've stayed away from this movie.
I know some people wouldn't get that movie. Like, my dad's like, what about Drive? Should I watch that? I was like, no, don't watch Drive.
Yeah, no, your dad can't watch Drive.
You would not like that movie. Like,
because even if you sit there and say, like, look, even if you watch the trailers and you think this is, like, sort of a downplayed transporter, it's way more downplayed.
Oh yeah.
It is slow as molasses. There's really no acting here. You're gonna hate it. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely gonna hate it. I'm trying to think now. My top 5. You got me peaked.
Okay, top 5 real quick for me. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Jurassic Park, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Drive, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. That's my top 5.
Okay, so we get a lot of similarities, but now that yeah, well, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, for sure, because I was...
Yeah.
Cool. Like, you know you're great when the sequel's better than the original, and the original is pretty fucking awesome.
The original is a perfect 10, too. Again, though, I watched those 2 movies in the theater, and the first one's more of a horror movie. Fly, obviously.
Fly, for sure.
It'd be awesome if your top 5 is just full of Goldblum.
That'd be hard. That'd be really hard. Because he's done a lot of shit movies. He's been the best thing in a lot of shit movies.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? What do I got for 4 and 5? That I could watch a million times and never get sick of? I'm going to have to table that.
Let it simmer.
Yeah. Because I have not watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind in ages. Man, I love that.
You know someone top 5 doesn't have any superhero movies, because I can't do superhero movies in my top 10. Because they would affect everything too much.
It'd almost be the entire...
Because it's not fair, because I'm a comic nerd. And
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, wow. I'm just trying to think. Like...
My top 10 would definitely include The Crow.
It's hard to, like... Because now I'm thinking, okay, well, we'll have to take this.
That would be the only comic movie in my top 10 would be The Crow.
Oh, fuck yeah. That was really good. That's still another one. That's one of those ones where people forget that it was a comic book movie.
I know.
Although, have you read the book?
Oh, I read it before.
What do you think?
It's been a while. The movie was better.
Oh. They killed Top Dollar in like the first 5 pages.
I know, it's totally different.
Never mind that they called him Top Dollar.
When all you know is the movie, and then you go to the comic, you're like, wow, this is just...
Yeah, like you kill Top Dollar. Top Dollar, for all that you don't know, is the big bad guy, the head guy. And it makes sense that he'd be the last guy to kill.
Yeah.
Makes sense that that's how it would go. And you know what I like? They don't really call him Top Dollar that much in the movie.
Do they even? It's been a while since I watched it.
I think they might have called him that once.
Yeah, it's on your side.
You know what? It doesn't really. I didn't think it was going to go through
it probably
names.
won't.
But I remember just like... Actually, I don't even know if they call him Top Dollar. If they do, it's once... Because I remember they called him a couple of times in it, and I remember just being like, Top Dollar, like, oh my god.
But Michael Wincott was an awesome actor.
Metro?
Metro. Metro.
That was another one we saw in the theater, and I remember it was literally just like, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy doing action again.
Yeah.
Remember he did all those fucking family comedies? And then he went back to Beverly Hills Cop style with Metro, and I was just like, Eddie Murphy in an action movie.
Yeah.
Finally.
Actually, Beverly Hills Cop.
So-
Beverly Hills Cop 1 probably would be in my top 5. Yeah, Beverly Hills
Nice.
Cop 1 for sure. Because I'm glad we're talking about that. Yeah, because that would be definitely my top 5. Because fuck, that's so. And Die Hard, the original Die Hard. That would be my top 5.
Nice.
That would be my top 5 right there.
I dig that top 5.
As of right now.
You
that'd
were
be
a
my
child
top
of the
5.
80s, 90s.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
that's Jurassic Park, everyone.
that is Jurassic Park.
We went way off course, but hey, that's what we're here for.
That's all we ever do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I watch our stuff and I literally go, man, we totally get sidetracked. But I mean,
We're like the monorail in Jurassic Park. You go off course.
but you know what I like though is that it's just literally us. So it's either people are gonna like it or they're not. And that's that. So
That's fine.
so Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World.
It's actually the other way around.
Jurassic Park.
The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Which
That's
makes me
right.
kind of wish they would have done that with the new one. Followed the same suit, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World.
That actually would have been pretty cool.
I think that would have sounded better, too.
That it flows better.
Yeah.
That flows better. But it's all about branding now.
Yeah,
right?
but whatever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna preface this by saying that I read the book.
Ah!
Okay, so I read the book before I watched the movie.
Mm.
Okay, so a lot of the stuff that I'm going to critique, most of the stuff I'm
It's
going to
coming off the
critique
book.
is coming off the book, and also just because when I rewatched this literally yesterday, there was a couple of things that I was like, oh, I really don't like this, and I don't remember having an issue with it as strongly as I do now. Overall, I do like it more than I have in the past, and I think that's again because I read the book, and also because it's really hard for me to look at a sequel to one of the greatest movies of all time, and then still just kind of be like, yeah, but you could have done this, or you could have done this, you could have done this. So I'll give them a lot of credit for the differences that they did with this movie, because there's a lot of differences, even though it's set on an island. You know, sure, it's a different island, whatever. It's set on an island full of dinosaurs. Sure, they're different dinosaurs. It doesn't matter. Right? So there's their similarities right there, but they do enough differences that I'm like, okay, all right, but I'm going to let you take the lead here.
Okay, so,
Just kidding, I'm taking the lead.
Do it!
Just
Do it!
Just go. I'm just being
Okay,
sick.
I love The Lost World.
Mhm.
Not to the degree of Jurassic Park, obviously.
No.
But I rewatched it again last week. And, I love the cast. First Vince Vaughn movie I ever watched.
Yeah, without knowing it.
First Julianne Moore movie I ever saw.
That's right, without knowing it.
Right? So, I mean, great cast again. And even the guy that played Eddie in the movie. I loved that Eddie guy in the movie. The one that sets up the tree stand and everything. And saves their fucking ass when they're going off the cliff.
Yes.
All those guys would have died if it wasn't for that Eddie guy.
That's right.
He came, he saved their ass, he got ripped apart. He was the first good guy to get ripped apart in the series.
Oh, that's right.
Tore him in half.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah, and then there's another one in Jurassic Park 3, where, because they're all generally good for the most part. There's a couple of Slimers.
And then they do it again in Jurassic World. But,
yeah.
do it hard in Jurassic
that
World.
Chick, oh my god, I
Poor
can't.
fucking girl.
And I remember watching it in the theater, and every time I've watched it since, I'm like, still just like...
But you know what? Everyone
What?
critiqued that. They're like, why this girl? She did nothing. She's good. And she gets totally murdered. What? They never done this before. And then I watched The Lost World. I was like, you fucking bitches, they did it to Eddie.
Yeah, that's right. No, but what it was...
Eddie was awesome.
It was gratuitous, though.
It was.
If
it was pretty rough.
If it was a 30-second, 45-second, maybe a minute tops,
yeah.
you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty rough, but it's not as rough as almost 3 minutes of just watching her back and forth.
I don't think it was 3 minutes. It might have felt like 3 minutes.
It did.
But it was like Hostel with dinosaurs.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That's extreme.
Ellie Roth is proud right now.
Ellie or Eli?
Eli? Ellie. Eli.
I'm pretty sure it's Eli.
Who the fuck cares?
But what do I know?
This sucks.
I was saying Keanu.
Keanu.
You were saying Keanu. You were saying Keanu forever.
I said Keanu
for
forever.
the longest time, and
Keanu.
it's really just
Even
Keanu.
like Steve Buscemi, never knew how to say his last name. Me and my brother always said Bushka Mushki.
Bushka Mushki. Oh yeah, that's right.
Steve Bushka Mushki.
That's right. I always said Buscemi because what was it? There was the artist.
Yeah.
The artist.
And why is it a hard name to say? There's only like fucking 7 letters in it.
Sal Buscema. That's right.
Ah, Sal Buscema.
Classic Spider-Man artist.
And speaking of Buscemi, we got the crazy Russian in Lost World from
Yes.
Armageddon.
Yes, we
Peter
did.
Stormare.
And that's the only time he's ever been a good guy.
And even then, he was not a good guy.
No, he's
always a piece of shit.
He's always a piece of shit.
Yeah, and he plays such a good piece of shit, though.
Yeah, but I think part of it's his face.
Yeah.
Like, you don't look at him and go, oh, yeah, he's a nice guy.
That's the face of a good guy right there.
Yeah. I would be surprised if he didn't run into burning buildings to save babies. No, you're just like, he set the fire on that building.
Yeah.
He's the one. Get that guy.
Right there.
He's
that
guilty.
guy. Great actor.
He's so
But
good.
again,
so
I
good.
saw this before Armageddon, so that would be the earliest movie I saw him in as well. There's a lot of good fucking... Pete Postlewaite.
Why is that unfamiliar?
He plays Roland in this movie, the main dinosaur hunter guy.
Yes. Yes.
That guy is one of the best actors I have ever seen in my life.
He's so good.
And even Spielberg said that when he died a few years ago, and Spielberg talked about him, he says the best actor I've ever worked with in my life.
He's so good.
Such a good actor, and I've only seen him I've probably seen him in a lot of movies, but
yeah,
all I can remember is The Lost World and Dragonheart with him.
Oh, Dragonheart.
Dragonheart.
Oh, the first Dragonheart was so good.
Yes, we don't count the other ones after it.
Oh, I watched the second one and that's it.
Poor you.
No, poor you, because you probably watched all of them.
I didn't watch it all. No.
Oh, no?
Did not watch 2 and on.
Oh, wow.
I watched that number 1 with Dennis Quaid and Sean Connery, and that's Dragonheart.
I can't even remember
that is
why.
Dragonheart.
Oh, because Dragonheart was so good that I was like, I'll check out the sequel.
That's unfortunate.
Whatever.
That's shit against the wall right there. So yeah, I mean, Lost World is amazing. I love how it starts off. We get to catch up quickly with John Hammond and his grandkids.
Yep. Get
to see where they're at, which was really nice because that is his goodbye to the series.
Yeah, that is a really nice touch.
Yeah.
The ending is more his goodbye.
That is right because he pops in at the end.
But it's an absolutely great touch, especially because I always hate it when they do a sequel and they're like, here's a whole new cast of characters.
Yeah.
We've got one guy from the original.
Yeah.
And then when they go like, hey, what about those people? There's like no real answer. They don't even bring them up. They don't reference them.
Yeah.
So at least in this case, you got that.
It totally made sense though that John Hammond and Ian Malcolm would be involved in this one.
Yeah.
Like, I did not miss Alan Grant and Nellie because it made sense. It wouldn't make sense for them to be there.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Right.
I agree. Like at no point was I just like I never missed them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I never once wondered what they were doing.
I felt like it was just because of Jurassic Park. They hooked up. They got serious. They had kids.
Yeah, because that's what you're thinking. That's what you're thinking.
I thought that was
That's
it.
what would have happened.
Yeah.
He likes kids now.
That's right.
That's fine.
That's all she ever wanted was to have kids with him.
Right.
So there you go. And you figure that's it.
So you start off with that, with him talking. Ian's not happy because John sent his girlfriend Sarah off to this crazy fucking dinosaur-filled island.
Yeah, yeah.
And it becomes a rescue mission.
Well, even finding out that there was the second island. Which,
the
and
test
I liked
island.
that. I liked that they had that because it was one of those where they immediately went, okay, but where do you think we made the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the one on that island, but that's for show. That's for the tourists.
Yeah.
This is where
is the test zone.
This is where we really put these things together. So then not only do you have that, it makes sense, but it also allows them to have different dinosaurs.
Right, so you got Isla Nublar from the first movie, you got this Isla Sorna now.
Yeah.
But they show this quick map in The Lost World, this quick map with the 2 islands. And you'll notice that there is 3 other islands around these 2. Mm-hmm. So as far as we know, these other 3 islands could have dinosaurs, and that could be a continuation of the series.
That's right. Forward. Exactly.
It's crazy to think that.
So
yeah, so we get that. It's a rescue mission now. We get introduced to Vince Vaughn's Nick.
Yep.
Eddie. We get the team together. We meet, what's her name? Kelly, Ian's daughter, who is the most annoying kid of all the movies.
I like is that even as you're saying her name, your eyes are already starting to, like, roll so far in your fucking
It's just, she's so fucking whiny, and then all of a sudden she pulls off gymnastic moves against a raptor. I was just like, worst kid in the whole fucking franchise.
That comes down to direction.
Yeah, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they thought that, because I agree. I mean, I'll do a counterpart argument to that. But, but that is part of some of the things that I don't particularly like.
Yeah.
And now I will say this too. I said that I read the book. I read the book like fucking 20 years ago.
Is she in the book?
This is what I was getting at. So about 20 years ago, if not longer, I read this book. Mm. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that I remember is just stuff that I really gravitated towards.
Yeah.
She is in the book. She's in the book.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay.
But I can't remember if she does the fucking gymnastic kick to the
I really doubt she did that in the book. I think that was a special...
Oh, and also, real quick, we'll give a shout-out to Chris Fedek, okay? Because Chris Fedek has mentioned that in the Jurassic Park book, Malcolm is killed off. Hammond's a huge prick. He basically pushes Nedry to fuck him over.
Yeah.
Okay? And the only reason why we got a sequel was this movie, Jurassic Park made a shit ton of money, that Spielberg literally went to Crichton and said, you gotta write a sequel.
Please write a sequel.
You gotta write a sequel, and then we'll team up to do the movie again. So, he literally showed up with a truck full of money.
And you'll notice that, well, he co-wrote the script for the first movie. He didn't co-write the script for The Lost World because he was too busy with the book.
That, and there, part of it, too, is there's changes to the movie that happen that doesn't happen in the book. But, so... You know, now, if you read the book and you watch the movie, you go, okay, well, Malcolm is dead, but he doesn't actually die. They retcon that, and that's fine. So that's a shout-out to Chris Fedek, because had he been here for this, he would have pointed that out. So, here you go,
Actually,
Chris.
I think he brought that up in the Jurassic World.
He did.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm referencing this.
Because I was like, you know what? That was a really good episode. Like, we bounced off each other real good in that one.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, here we are.
Nice shout-out.
Okay, so, what else? What else do you like? So far, I'm agreeing with you for the most part.
Essentially, almost everything on the island is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
and we get scenes in this movie that are just as suspenseful, maybe a little more so than the first movie.
And this is where my opinion has changed when I rewatched it.
Yeah.
Because I remember even on some of the stuff, I was like, yeah, but they, you know, it's kind of like this, and it's kind of like the first, and blah 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 blah. So when you're just kind of just letting it go. A lot of this stuff, I mean, visually, they were lucky enough that they were close enough to have the budget, so everything looks amazing. The new dinosaurs look amazing, and they're still scary. You know what I mean? But I love the scene in the trailer.
The trailer scene is incredible.
The whole sequence, because it's not just the trailer scene, it's building up to the trailer scene, then it's the actual trailer scene, then it's after the trailer scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that whole 20-minute sequence is just incredibly...
That's edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Like, I watched that last week, and I was literally on the edge of my seat. I was like, holy shit, I forgot how suspenseful this is.
Exactly. Like,
holy shit.
You're literally just like, oh, man, okay.
And they don't let up. They don't fucking let up. You think Eddie's saving the
going.
day, fucking T-Rexes come back. And you're just like, holy fuck.
And it's T-Rexes.
Rexes. You got the male and the female.
Because they're trying to find their kid.
Yeah.
You know? And even now, you're just like, oh, that's a cute T-Rex baby. And then you're just like, that's just like bears. Get that the fuck out of there. Get away from that thing. And then sure shit, they show up and you're like, oh, wow, you guys are all dead. Like, that's it. It's over. The movie's done. But, yeah, like... That
trailer scene is so good.
Oh, so good.
When she falls and hits that glass and is cracking underneath her.
I know.
Like, holy shit.
Oh, and then it's the bag.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so good.
The lucky bag.
Yeah, the lucky bag. Makes a return in number 3.
Yeah. I kind of went, oh, come on, guys. I forgot about that. Another lucky bag.
Hey, if it worked once, why wouldn't it work twice?
Lucky bag. It would be great if you said, I got this lucky bag off some redhead I met once.
Oh my god.
It's the same bag!
To be honest, I would have done this. I was like, fuck off. You didn't need to do that. But it's the same thing I would have said if they actually said that Chris Pratt's character was the Raptor kid in the first movie.
Right, because they were teasing that.
Because I was like...
They weren't, but fans were like, oh yeah, it's gotta be.
You wouldn't have needed that at all.
Yeah.
Here's the link.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs on an island.
Yeah.
That's the link.
That's it.
Oh, does it say Jurassic in the beginning? That's the link. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And also, let's face it. If raptors actually showed up, if that kid ever found out the raptors were real, do you think he would be the guy that trains them? No, he would stay the fuck away from them.
Oh, yeah. He's like, no, not going near raptors.
He's like, literally, the expert of raptors told me exactly what they would do to me. I'm good.
It made me want to hang out with them for the rest of my life.
I don't even want to be around animals, let alone raptors. Fuck everything.
Yeah, fuck it all. So yeah, the trailer scene, and then we get that awesome tent scene. The T-Rex with its head in the tent.
That one was the one where I forgot about, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's scenes that even though I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, and we watched this in the theater, and I remember even in the theater, I was like, I walked out going like, yeah. There were so many things that in the book they didn't do in the movie, and I wish they did, and stuff like that, but like the tent scene is crazy suspenseful.
Oh, yeah.
And especially when the daughter starts freaking out.
Well, yeah, I know. And then Julianne Moore, Sarah Hart, she just grabs her fucking mouth.
She's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. And you're just like, oh.
And I love how she wakes up, she's listening. Well, first you see Ian look at the puddle, and you see the shaking. Yeah. And then she wakes up, and she's like, she sees a shadow outside, and she's cleaning up the garbage in the tent and stuff.
Just trying to get everything to just so that they don't go... food.
Why you would have a tent full of like food garbage in a fucking jungle full of dinosaurs? I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
but
they're all experts.
Past
but,
that.
You know, whatever.
She's really smart.
That's right. Hey, human, right?
Human.
But yeah, that scene is crazy suspenseful. One of my favorite scenes, though, is the scene where they're all running through the grass.
And the raptors coming
in from all sides. And it just shows the lines in the grass.
Yeah, they pan up and
coming in. And every time I think about this movie, I just think about that scene, and I'm just like, that's so good. And then they're just picking them off left and right. And then finally they're just like, just run! Yeah. And you're just like, holy shit, that's so cool. Sure, it leads into the gymnast raptor fight scene, which is still stupid to me. Like, I just,
yeah.
The only thing I'll say, though, in her defense, though, kids that are in any sort of, like gymnastics or figure skating or martial arts or anything like that, sports in general, whatever it is, there is going to be a level of confidence to these kids.
They will think they're
kids that don't do this may not necessarily have.
Yeah.
So for her to suddenly snap into it, makes sense in the sense that she could suddenly just go, hold on, no, I got this.
Yeah.
And then do that whole sequence. So, like, I mean, it's implausible that they would have a setup that's perfectly set for, like, parallel bars and shit like that, but it's like The Flash. If you can accept that a man can run at the speed of sound, all the other stuff that happens actually makes sense. So if you can accept that they created this building with parallel bars, then this gymnast kid could do this shit.
But can you believe that the raptor would be watching her and then just allow her to kick it?
I believe a man can fly.
I would think the raptor...
So...
I believe I can...
No. Superman.
Oh, I want to raid this.
R. Kelly. You
went to I almost went to Seal. I was like, no, that's the next Batman movie.
Yeah.
That's the next Batman movie.
Kiss by a Rose.
Oh,
there we go. There we go. But like...
Gotham City!
No, but I agree.
Yeah.
You paint up the raptors as being these very smart, very calculating, very strategic animals, and then literally it goes like this.
Oh, this girl's flying at me. Yeah.
You know?
It would have been like...
Yeah, like I do get the impression that it would just be like catch, done, and then you're finished, and then the people that she was trying to like kill the raptor for are going to be like, fuck. But so that's one of the things that I don't like.
That's the kickoff to a lot of things.
It starts to go downhill. Because like I'm with you.
Because right after that, they're getting off the island.
That's right. So like right away, right from the beginning. I like pretty much everything. I like the hunter guy, even though he's not as cool as the first one. Yeah. Because he's a big game hunter.
Right. So but I like that he had this sense of code to him.
Yes.
Like
he was an honorable...
all I want is my T-Rex head on my wall.
That's right. And I get that.
But he wasn't a bad guy. Like he was a hunter.
Yeah, and he didn't suffer the other dude lightly. He actually hated that guy.
He saved their lives off the cliff. He kept checking up on the girls. Are you guys all right?
Like, that's right. He's not necessarily he's not bad, but he's not 100% good.
Yeah.
He's morally ambiguous in that his motive is the T-Rex head, but he's not a bad guy. He's honorable to that extent. So it's kind of like that's literally it. He's an honorable guy. He's just not necessarily the good guy that you want him to be.
Exactly.
So you kind of.
So I liked that about him, but the actor.
Look,
The actor's fucking incredible.
The actor is absolutely.
He's probably one of the best actors in the whole series as a whole.
Yeah, that's right. The scene where what's his face gets killed is actually really cool. All those little tiny, I can't remember what they're called.
Oh yeah, the compies.
Yes, the compies.
Yeah.
That I was like.
They're just like picking at his lip and pulling on his lip and everything.
Yeah, but my favorite part though is like, so he gets them off of him, and then what does he do? He strolls away.
Yeah.
With his back to them.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, first of all, you're a piece of shit. Second of all, you're a dumb piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So they kill him, and they do a really good job of doing it.
Yeah.
They don't show the full extent.
But you see the blood in the water.
You know what's happening. And especially because they was already ripping pieces off him. And you're just like, good for you. Yeah. You horrible person.
Probably ripped out his fucking eye, plucked his eye or something.
But you're right. Like, I mean, on the island, I love almost everything on the island, especially because, like, the book was on the island.
Okay.
They didn't get off. There was
no book.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't get any of the dinosaurs off the island. They didn't get any of them. But in the movie, you get the T-Rex off, and the InGen guy really pissed me off too.
That guy was a tool bag.
Like I like that.
Now what was he? Was he Hammond's nephew? That was because I think he called Hammond his uncle.
Yes, at one point. That's right. And then at one point, Malcolm goes, "Now you're Hammond."
Yeah.
Now you're Hammond.
Yeah.
Because originally it didn't seem like he was going to do the same things, and then towards the end he does. And sure, he does that little, like, he starts to, like, kind of, oh, jeez. Ugh. But then, you know, he ends up trying to get the T-Rex baby.
Yeah.
Again.
Stupid move.
Like a dumb move.
Yeah.
And then he gets his, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, but before I go any further, one of the first things that I don't like, and I've never liked, and I still don't like, is Dr. Chaotician Ian Malcolm being the action hero in this movie.
Okay.
He's the quirky scientist in Jurassic Park, but almost immediately now he's the straight man / action hero. Okay, he could have still been the quirky scientist that had to go back to the island on the rescue mission. He didn't have to be the action hero. You know, it's the same thing they did with his character in Independence Day and then Independence Day Resurgence. Because Independence Day, he's the quirky nerd guy.
Yeah.
Who's not the action hero.
Mm-hmm.
But in Resurgence, he's now the action hero. He's now leading the action in this movie. You could argue that he did spend 20 years becoming that.
Definitely argue that.
You could argue that. So I won't.
People change from experiences.
That's right. So I don't push too hard, but this experience, it doesn't strike me as a guy that, like, even for me personally, and I'll use myself as an example, if I go through that crazy experience, my whole purpose is to never ever go on that island again, or go anywhere near dinosaurs, and basically speak out, like he does, he speaks out against it.
Yep.
You know, but, like, now he's an action star. You know what I mean? And it's just a character change that doesn't ring true to me.
I'm thinking, that's cool. I mean, I totally respect the opinion and everything.
That's a very nice way of saying it's shite.
But I'm just thinking, like, I'm thinking back, he doesn't really do a lot of action in the movie, though. He does running.
He does running, but there's a distinct character change. You can't tell me that
there
the
is,
same character.
There is, but I think a lot of that has to do with his experience with the first. Didn't want to go back to this fucking island.
No, and I love
this ruined my fucking life.
I love that. It was like
you sent my girlfriend there.
Fennec said the same thing about Aliens, with Alien and Aliens, with Sigourney Weaver's character, where she was just like, I'm not going anywhere near them. And I love that because that is a natural reaction. Because, you know, if you almost die in an African safari, you're never going back to the African safari. Yeah. But then you're right, so he's forced to do that.
So I gotta go get my girlfriend. And then when he gets there, and when he finds out his daughter is there, that's when it really changes. Like, I don't know, like, I'm thinking, like...
No, you know what, yeah, okay, that...
You put yourself in those shoes, your kid's there now. You're gonna fucking do what you have to do.
That's right. And the fact that he's got a kid, too, you're probably gonna suddenly be a little bit less quirky.
Yeah.
Because you're... Okay, like, I can see that, and I can actually kind of... flip my position on this.
I do get what you're saying. I think, I mean, like, there's a 4 year span. I might be just too heavy-handed on it. And there's again, you're coming off of the book, too. Like, I didn't read the books.
But, yeah, I'm trying to remember if he was the quirky, sexy Ian Malcolm in the book either. But But then again, yeah, no, you're right. Like it's a different ballgame.
You definitely don't get poses like this in Lost World.
He's just trying to bang Ellie.
Yeah.
In the first movie.
In the first one.
And then he realizes, oh shit, you're with Dr. Grant.
Yeah.
Now he's just trying not to get eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in this one, he's trying to save his daughter, his girlfriend, and not get eaten. So yeah, okay, all right, I can concede that. That's fine. So bump it up a little bit more. Except that the last
there you go, buddy. I did it.
That last 45 minutes of the movie.
That's where things change.
And this is where I was saying, like right at the beginning, where everything up until this point is like Jurassic Park, where they play it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
There is no like winking to the camera, like, oh, there's dinosaurs, ha ha ha. It's okay.
Yeah, like T-Rex running down the street. Cut to Japanese businessmen going,
never mind doing a similar like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And I don't think I ever noticed that until this movie. And I remember the second that he got off the boat and then started to make his way down, was it San Francisco, right? Or San Diego?
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What was it? Inuit for a whale's vagina. I'll be honest, I don't really know what that means. When in Rome.
I like that.
She's like, no, it actually means Saint Diego. Well, when in Rome. Anyway, that's such a great movie. Anyway, so yeah, so they do the bomb, 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 and then they do the Japanese thing, and you know, he kills some random people from there. But even just the one scene that I actually still like, or I don't know if I liked at the beginning, but I did kind of get a kick out of, and they should have done that one and then nothing else, and just played it more serious, was the scene where the kid wakes up and he goes, like he sees the T-Rex, and the T-Rex is just in his backyard, like in his window essentially, and then he goes to his parents' room, he's like, hey Mom, there's a T-Rex in the backyard. Yeah. You know? And they do a quick shot of the dog in the doghouse, and then you see a quick shot of the doghouse hanging from his mouth. And you're just like, oh man, the dog got it.
Why gotta go and do that?
You know, and it's kind of played for laughs, but once the parents see it, then they're just like, and we're back to serious. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, it's a T-Rex. Mm-hmm. It's not like, oh, Godzilla jokes, you know? Yeah. And one of the biggest things for me, and I remember this right from the second we watched it in the theater, was that when they got off the island, it took me out of the movie, because now I'm thinking, okay, when the first movie hit, you had a handful of people that knew that this island existed.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, in the second one, they talk about how, Ian Malcolm wrote the book about it, and of course Hammond and everything was outed because they had to shut down the park and stuff like that. So people knew about the dinosaurs, but it didn't really touch too many people. Whereas now it's like he's strolling around in downtown San Diego and he's just like running amok, as they like to say. And I remember just being like, this is just, I don't know. And how far was this from Godzilla? Was it just before Godzilla?
Just before Godzilla.
It was just before. I remember just being like it almost felt like they were trying to get ahead of Godzilla by having their own dinosaur running around in the city. And I just remember being like, yeah, but it almost felt like it didn't feel like a Jurassic Park movie at that point.
No, it doesn't.
You know?
And that's the thing. It really takes you out of the whole...
The only part that kind of saves it is the, like the scene like I told you, where the InGen, the nephew there, is still trying to get the T-Rex baby, which was their ultimate endgame. And, okay, fine. And then the mother gets him and eats him. And then the whole point was to take the baby as a decoy, to get them to follow, to get back on the boat.
Yeah.
Was it the mother? I think it was the mother. Because there wasn't two of them. It was just the one that got free.
It was the male.
It was the male. That's right. Okay.
It was the buck.
Okay.
As the hunter
That's
called
right.
him.
They're right. That's right. The buck.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like that whole sequence takes me out of the movie. I really, really don't like it. Especially because there's not a lot of camera winking, but there's just enough where I'm
There's just enough.
Especially because up until that point, there was none of it. You know, and you had Jurassic Park, there was none of it. There was none of this, like, oh, we'll kind of wink to the camera, just be like, this is all fake. When they do that, it was just immediately my reaction was, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You know? And I mean, sure, they get off the island and they have Hammond going like, well, you know what? Like, they're going to thrive without us. You know? But even that part there, I was kind of like, that's an attempt at having a happy ending when we really think about it in real life. That island, any of those islands, any of those surrounding islands would be just like in Jurassic Park, the book, napalmed. There's none of this, like, you might have one or two crooked fucks trying to make sure that they can get some of this DNA, but ultimately, those are going to be craters on the Earth.
Yeah.
You know, because, well, you can't risk having a T-Rex get out again and destroying people, because eventually people are going to be like, well, why don't you just...
Well, which is the reason, like, they put them back on the ship, and they're like, and then they're showing the ship go back, and there's, oh, the Navy's following the ship.
Yeah.
It's like, this thing just ate a whole bunch of innocent people.
Yeah.
I feel like you would probably just murder it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't... it wouldn't be this pseudo-happy ending.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have some dude, like, saying, hey, remember me? I'm the one who created this park, and I'm the whole reason for all this shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
These deaths are on my hands. Yeah, just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Just leave them alone, and they'll leave you alone. You know, and especially when we get to Jurassic Park 3, where you have pteranodons. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fucking flying around and shit.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
They would wipe it off the face of this planet, which is why, like, in Jurassic Park, the book, Crichton does that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, like I said, the last 45 minutes is what...
And that's where it knocks it down a bit. And
yeah.
I mean, like, I still love it.
I originally, coming into this, I'll be honest with you, I was at 3 Chris Heads out of 5. We have bumped it up to 4 Chris Heads out of 5.
Okay. See,
okay?
That's cool. I usually do the 10 rating, right? Jurassic Park's perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
To me, Lost World's a 9 because I love pretty much everything about it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not a perfect movie. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, a 9, it's a fucking 5. Are you kidding me? Whatever.
Yeah, it's a 5 for you.
I love these movies.
Yeah.
Straight up. And even like, we're going to go into Jurassic Park 3 in a minute. Everyone considers that the worst one. I still love that movie. Again.
That's you.
Again,
that's
no.
you. This one was
but we
kind
will
of
talk
slog
about
for
it.
me.
Yeah. So, we wrap in Lost World? You got anything else to add?
Do I have anything else in the tank? Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and give props for a Vince Vaughn performance where he wasn't Vince Vaughn. He was actually acting.
Yeah.
And also, because like you had said, like in the first movie we agreed, like, so this movie actually perked us up to other actors in other movies. So because of this movie, and partly because of J-Lo, I watched The Cell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it was Jennifer Lopez. I was like, okay, and then I was like, oh, Vince Vaughn, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so that movie I probably would have never watched if it wasn't for Jurassic World, or the Lost World Jurassic Park.
Because like Vince Vaughn, he didn't really act like Vince Vaughn back
No,
then.
He wasn't even like in like Vince Vaughn in Swingers.
Cell.
Because Swingers, he was Vince Vaughn like we know and love.
The Psycho remake, a lot of people despise, but still, he wasn't Vince Vaughn in that.
I have not watched that, and I refuse to watch that.
It's scene for scene a remake of the original.
Yeah, except that you added Vince Vaughn, who's the worst. He's the palest imitation of Norm.
Yeah, you added
Norman, because seriously, I mean, okay, you have. Quick digression. You have to have Norman Bates look a certain way, which is why Freddie Highmore was excellent casting.
Bates Hotel or Motel is fucking incredible.
Excellent casting for that one.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad I didn't realize that they were going to take liberties with that storyline. You know what I mean? Because it ended up being like this, like, holy fuck series that I really,
like season
really liked.
4, it went way off in the movie, and I was just like, whoa, I'm not expecting any of this.
You know, and then it's the same thing they did with Hannibal, which have you even...
Still haven't seen Hannibal. Still on my watch list, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I know I was giving you the gears about Voltron. I have yet to watch the latest season because I'm getting caught up, but it's hard because you only have so much time, right?
Well, that's the thing.
So I get it, but man, once you start watching Hannibal, though...
What's the thing? I know I'm going to start it and I won't finish or stop until it's done.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, part of me wants another season, but I mean, if they leave it at that, I'm going to be really happy. So
good.
I don't really have anything else for the Lost World.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much it.
I think I'm done. So Lost World. I pretty much enjoy everything except the city part and the most annoying child actor of Not the actor. She's a good actress. She pulled off the tent scene really well. Just the way that she fucking played off.
It's the way they made her play off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She's a good actress. I got nothing against the actress. It's just, she did a lot of stupid shit. Oh, I'm on an island full of dinosaurs. You guys are gone. I was all by myself. I thought I'd cook some fucking breakfast out on the fucking...
Yeah, open. Like little things like that. Like, I mean, it's not so much her. It's just, why would you write this character? Yeah. Because even before that, they established that she's actually really smart for her age.
Yeah, right.
You know, her dad wrote a book about an island full of dinosaurs. She knows this.
She should know this better than any kid out there besides
on some level. But even just basic, like, camping things.
Yeah.
You know, if you know you're in bear country, you're going to be very wary about how much food you're cooking and what you're doing with that food.
Exactly.
And also, if you're alone, you're not going to fry up fucking bacon.
Yeah.
Around, like, in the middle of bear country and just go, I was just eating bacon.
Yeah.
And then dinosaurs showed up and, well, I almost died, but the bacon was
But
delicious.
the bacon! Yeah.
I shouldn't have said bacon, because I would almost die for bacon.
Bacon.
I'd almost kill for bacon, actually.
Would you kill for bacon? I believe you, though.
I would be hard. Depends on how hungry I am, right?
If you were about to kill someone for bacon, I'd fucking spray you with ketchup.
That would work.
I would do that for you.
That would work.
I would do that.
I would be like Nicolas Cage in fucking The Wicker Man. Ketchup!
The ketchup!
The ketchup! The ketchup! Oh God, the ketchup! So I'm good.
So Jurassic Park 3.
Jurassic Park 3. If there was ever a better segue, I don't know.
I don't think there is.
I don't know what
I think we topped it. I don't think we'll ever do better than that right there.
Oh, that was actually fun to do.
That was good.
Yeah. But it almost makes me want to watch the clip of the bees again, because Jesus Christ.
I do watch it every now and then.
And so do I.
The bees!
And I almost watched The Wicker Man, too.
Oh, I watched it. I watched it in the theater.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes, I did.
How did that feel?
Not good.
No.
It was that moment when I got worried about Nicolas Cage's career. I was like, oh, man. Not Nick Cage.
For a while there, it was like, if Nick Cage was in a movie, because I call him Nick Cage.
I don't call him Nick Cage.
Why not, right? We're buddies. No. At some point, he's going to be on the show. Nicolas Cage! It's been a while since we... No? One day.
I swear he was going to pop up
One day. Yeah, but for a while there, it was just like, didn't matter. Didn't matter what the movie was. Like Snake Eyes?
Yeah.
Didn't matter. He was in it? Okay, let's watch it. Snake Eyes is actually pretty good.
It is decent. But it wasn't one of my favorites back then.
No, it's still not one of my favorites.
He did some kind of like, some crappy ones. Bringing Up the Dead, didn't care for that.
But see, that's a trip movie. And if you're not expecting a trip movie, what you are thinking is, oh, Francis Ford Coppola,
right?
And Nicolas Cage, his uncle, or his nephew.
Yeah, his nephew.
Yeah, his nephew. So you're thinking, okay, all right, this has got to be crazy good. But then if you watch it without thinking it's going to be an actual like visual descent of this guy going crazy, then it's going to be hard for you to get. Mm-hmm. I bet you if you watch it now, you'll probably like it better.
I probably would.
Because that's like right at that point where he's firing at all cylinders.
That's why I'm kind of tempted to go 8mm again. Kind of.
I can't.
I mean, I still don't know if I'd be able to stomach that.
That scarred me.
Because Hostel did the same thing. I can't watch any cannibal movie. Besides Hannibal, obviously.
But see, that's different, though. That's a dignified cannibal right there.
It's dignified. But like...
you know what I mean? Like who busts out wine?
Cannibal Holocaust and Green Inferno. I didn't even look at Green Inferno. Because I knew that movie would make me sick.
All of those torture porn.
Outside of the first Saw movie?
Saw 2 was actually really good, too.
Saw 2 was bad. Saw 3 was alright, too. If you watch the 1 to 3... You got a decent trilogy there.
Yeah.
4 to 7 are garbage, and Jigsaw wasn't that great either. So
I didn't even want to watch Jigsaw, actually.
It's better than the last couple, though.
Yeah, but I mean...
that's not hard, right?
All right.
It's actually, believe it or not, directed and, I believe, written by the guys that made Predestination and Daybreakers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Daybreakers I never watched, but...
Fucking right.
No, I don't.
One of the best vampire movies I've ever seen. And
that's what I hear.
It has Samuel.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Ethan Hawke.
And
that's
Ethan
right.
Hawke.
Because they're a Vampire Society.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's pretty fucking good.
That's right. I gotta check that out. I gotta check
Check it out. Jurassic Park 3?
Jurassic Park 3.
All right. So much for that segue.
So, okay, so with Jurassic Park 3, so we were talking about how you didn't really need to have Ian Grant, or sorry, not
in the second, right?
Yeah.
Like
not
I
Ian
wasn't
Grant.
thinking at all.
Alec Grant.
I wasn't thinking about where Alan and Ellie were.
Yeah. So like.
So in the third,
it's for me. It's kind of disheartening to see like his. Not that his life is in shambles, but it's not good.
It's the life he chose for himself, though.
Yeah, I mean he's where he's right back where he's at in the first movie.
He's obsessed with raptors.
He's right back where he used to be. Yeah, it's always dinosaurs. It's always been raptors.
Yeah.
But like, it's disappointing that he comes out of the Jurassic Park with a newfound, maybe not necessarily love of kids, but he's not opposed to kids now. He doesn't hate kids, right? So you think, okay, all right, they're gonna hook up, they're gonna have kids. And then when you find out that they don't.
She got together with another guy and had kids with him.
Yeah, and it's almost like she pities him. You know what I mean? Like, there's that strong sense that she's kind of just...
She feels sorry for him.
She feels bad for him, you know? And it's like, it's disappointing for me.
It was sad. It was sad, yeah.
What I was going to say was it's disappointing for me because I got the sense, and even like rewatching it, I still get the sense that he's still passionate about dinosaurs, but he's now willing to... He's at the point where he almost died by dinosaurs, by raptors. So he's going to want to have a life. So it's disappointing that he really doesn't get that. It almost seems like it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing. The new kid, Billy, his sidekick, his protege. I really got the sense that they were trying to build him up to... If this movie did really good, then they'd have a Jurassic Park 4, and he would take over and be sort of the lead.
I kind of got that too.
You know?
And which, you know what? If a 4 other than Jurassic World would have came, I would have been okay with that.
It's entirely possible that they would have went that route, but right away, like, I remember, I'm just trying to remember. It's the scene on the island that starts the movie, where they're paragliding.
Yes.
And right away, I remember just being like, because they're on Isla Sorna.
This is Sorna again, yeah.
This is Sorna. World. So this is and that's fine. Like, it doesn't. I don't care that it's the same island, but so this is where I'm getting into. So in the Lost World, the
dog's up here.
I know. I was just gonna say. I was like, is it raptors? Is raptors trying to get in here? No, it's just Penny.
She fucking does sound like the raptor, though.
It does, because it's just little...
But keep it going. Keep going. We're fine with this.
So, literally, they say, okay, all right, don't mess with the dinosaurs, don't mess with the island. You know, you'd think that...
You want to come talk to the dinosaurs?
You think that they would be doing everything they could to never, ever have anybody show up on these islands, or whatever they could to contain whatever's on these islands. No, you could literally just slip a guy a couple of bucks under the table, and now you and a young kid can just paraglide.
I always had like this B-movie feel at the beginning, though, where it's like, is this sort of restricted?
I know that they're not like they're not actually on the island. It's a boat. Yeah. But like, how are you that stupid and inconsiderate that you're just like, sure, I'll take my girlfriend's kid in the immediate vicinity of 2 of the most dangerous islands on the face of this earth, and possibly 5, because you said yourself, and we agree, there's 5 islands, right?
Mm-hmm. It looked like, I mean, you know, obviously, Nublar and Sorna are the bigger of the 5.
How is that? Oh, Betty.
This is exciting.
Betty.
Actually, it's cooler with the door open, so I don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah.
I was going to take my shirt off for everybody, but I don't want to lose any more subscribers.
Well, I don't think they would notice that you were taking your shirt off.
Oh!
Okay.
She just loves you.
Relax. Okay. All right.
So.
But yeah, so I just, that immediately was me going like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, even if they're, say, 300 feet away from the... 300 feet away from the island.
Hey,
it's still
Michelle watches this.
Way too close. Never mind. Titan.
Yeah, too jealous.
Titan's gonna be like, what the...
Who's making out with you?
It's one thing if she's on your pants, smells on your clothes.
Yep.
But she was. Oh, oh you got me. Oh, you got me.
Tricked you.
Okay. All right. You gotta go. You gotta go. We're not seeing you, but you gotta go.
Good girl. Good girl.
Okay.
Where's Mommy? Why are you in here all by yourself?
Okay. All right. Okay. It was fun. Bye-bye.
Go downstairs, Penny. Go.
Go downstairs.
Go.
Go.
Penny, go. Go. And she's gone.
All the way down. That's good enough.
Just stay. Stay down there.
Begrudgingly, because...
Just push the door or the chair in front of it. There you go.
It's just, it makes no sense that there's nothing preventing anybody from going here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Costa Rican laws and stuff like that, but they got their fine.
Yeah.
So right away I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. That really, really irked me right at the beginning. And then, so naturally the kid goes missing. Mm-hmm. I love how the boyfriend gets killed and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. Nothing. Screams at his skeleton falling, but no, like, oh my god. It's like nothing.
Yeah. It's not like, it isn't like, hey, this was my lover for the last however long, I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was just, skeleton, ah!
Yeah. My son, where is he? Like, no, like, oh, he was such a nice guy. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so then you've seen cut to now, Grant doing these lectures, being a raptor expert and stuff like that. And then, of course, the stuff with Ellie, so...
Yeah, well, before we went too far, I was disappointed to see that they weren't together. But the way I saw that was they got off the island in the first movie. She probably wanted nothing to do with dinosaurs ever again.
And the second that you said he still was all about dinosaurs,
seemed pretty scarred.
That makes
Whereas
sense.
he probably became more intrigued by them. Well, it seemed like they were making the voice box for the raptor and everything.
Yeah. And he was still doing the same thing. Nothing changed there.
Yeah.
So and I could see that as being that's right.
So
and
it's kind of
right.
like
it could be 100% that she's like, I'm good.
But it made me happy to see that they were still friends and they still love each other.
That's right. That's right. They just realized they couldn't be together. So
exactly.
And I agree. And it is a nice touch. It's just kind of like a downer.
It was a downer because you were like,
but it makes sense, especially how you put it. That makes perfect sense.
So he's doing the lectures. Love how everyone puts up their hand.
Yeah.
He's like,
okay, so let's not talk about.
Is this about Jurassic Park? Put your hand down.
Yeah.
Boom. Phew. Is this a part of the incident with
about
Malcolm?
San Diego, I had no part of.
Yeah. Boom.
You know. And then so the kid goes missing. Now the parents are doing whatever they can to find him.
Yes.
Okay. And they totally...
The Kirby's,
and they just fuck...
They fuck
Grant up hard. They're just
man.
like, hey, we'll pay you this much to do this.
Give me a number.
Because he's just like, I'm never, ever going on that island. And then they're like, here's the amount. Like, you name your price.
We're just going to fly over.
Immediately. And then it's just like, so he gets knocked out. And then, like, he wakes up and he's just like, okay, all right. And then they're on the island and he's like, fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then immediately we get the Spinosaur messing everything up.
Spinosaurus.
And, like, I know that they hint very heavily that these guys are assassins, like, hired guns type guys. But you never really get the sense that they're that bad until, like, later on. Yeah. But, like... Man, like, I don't know. This was one of the ones where when I was watching it, the first time I watched it, and even the last couple of times I watched it, and even this time, I wanted to like it. I really did want to like it. Mm-hmm. I can't say that... I mean, I like it a little bit more, but not much. This is still... I will flat out tell you right now, this is still a 2.5 crits head movie. Yeah. The budget we talked about, like I said right at the beginning, the budget is not there, so now the Spinosaur looks fake.
It looks fake. Like, he still has Stan Winston doing the animatronics on it, which is clear as day in this. Like, whereas the T-Rex and Raptors and the last two had like nice smooth motions, this one looks very robotic at times.
Yeah, like even he's just exactly, just like, and especially the scene at the end where it's in the water and he's pawing at the and it's almost like this. Yeah. He's pawing at the shark cage, I guess we'll call it, right?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. And he's just doing this, and it's just this robotic motion, and you're just like, man, like, it's so terrible. Because, like, even still with the Raptors, and even though the Raptors look a little bit different in this movie.
Yeah, they got, like, a little bit of hair going on.
They almost look more bird-like, which, you know, which I thought was great.
But this came out, like, I mean, right before this, actual dinosaur experts, real-life dinosaur experts, they found the Spinosaurus.
That's right.
They realized that raptors and these things probably had feathers.
Yeah.
So, like, the real-world stuff, this movie, like, really took a lot of it.
It starts to influence that, and that's really cool, too, especially because, like, I'll say Chris Fedek again, because I think this is from Jurassic Park, where they're saying, like, well, these aren't technically dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
This is a creation of what we interpret dinosaurs to be. So all of this is just based around, let's say, just for the sake of argument, Hammond's view of what dinosaurs look like, based on the books and drawings and stuff that we've had since, you know, forever, right? So we always just picture them as giant reptiles, when in fact they could be just giant birds.
Yeah. Or
more bird-like than we think, and less reptilian. So again, Chris Fedek, shout out! But, you know, and it's totally true. And when he said that, I remember thinking to myself, that is totally right. Like, it's literally just how we interpreted dinosaurs based on the fossils that we had found. We determined that they were giant lizards, when they might not necessarily be that.
Yeah.
And especially when they're saying, like raptors are close to birds, hence why we have raptors, birds of prey type of thing in real life, and that's the terminology for that class of birds.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense. So I do like that they start to give them almost like a feather-like appearance.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look all the same, too, which I thought was really cool.
And it made sense, too, because they're evolving on their own on this island.
That's right.
Like, years after Lost World
now. Yeah, exactly. So, but, like, their movements are fluid and great.
Yeah.
The T-Rex, again, fluid and great, so why couldn't the Spinosaur? I mean, I know it's the biggest out of all of them.
Straight up, just the size of his fucking head, I think. Like, that must have been heavy on that body.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're also talking about a budget that's not there.
Yeah, it's a smaller budget, but it's also like an instant where CGI probably would have worked better.
Especially that time period, because, I mean, what year was that?
That was 2001.
That's 2001, so they probably could have, I mean, if they put just enough money into just that, it probably could have gotten a little bit better looking.
Yeah.
But needless to say, like, every time I saw him, I was not scared at all. I was just like, oh, this looks really fake. Really fake.
The only part I really liked of the Spinosaurus is when they hear the phone playing and they turn around and he's just standing there staring at them.
That part legit, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. That part was like, wow.
And you're right, that's really good.
That's a good part.
And they played it perfectly, because you're just like, oh, the phone. And the kid's like, oh, my dad, it's his phone. Yeah. And they're running. And then he's just like, my phone? You heard my phone? No, the other guy had my phone. And he was eaten by the, oh!
Yeah.
You know? The kid living for 3 weeks.
On his own?
On his own.
Yeah, I mean, he said he read all the books, so I guess he got ideas from Grant.
Plus, like...
And I love how Grant, too, said, did you read Malcolm's?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Which one's better?
What'd you think? You see the little preaching.
Yeah.
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 And then he also mentioned, too, that he liked Grant's work before he went to the island.
Which I also liked. Which
I also liked.
And I like that, too. Okay, so remember at the beginning where with Jurassic Park, and even with Jurassic, or The Lost World, we get all the characters, but we're never told how these characters are.
Yeah.
This one is where we get exposition.
We do.
Because, and it's one of those where, you know, you have to have exposition, because really the only time we saw this kid was the first 3 minutes of the movie. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's now his parents are literally saying, yeah, but remember how he's, you know, this and that, and this and that, and this and that. So it's like, I can be a little bit more forgiving for that part, because it is one of the rare instances where they're blatantly going, this kid is like this, and this kid is like that, and it's like that. So it does help to like lend credibility for this kid to be alive, or to stay alive for like 3 weeks, but at the same time, he's still a kid, and it's like, really? He's able to dodge raptors, he's able to dodge T-Rex, he's able to dodge the Spinosaur, he's able to dodge Pteranodons, plural. Mm-hmm. You know? Because, like, I mean, just because they waited till towards the end of the movie to introduce the Pteranodons, which actually, and those guys were CGI.
Weren't they CGI?
I'm pretty sure they were. I'm not 100%.
I don't know. They looked awesome.
They were probably the best looking
that part on
new
the
dinosaur.
bridge. That part on the bridge is the most suspenseful part in the movie.
And that's also one of the most scariest.
Where it walks out of the fog, it's just like, fuck.
It just strolls out.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, holy shit. That's one of the few legit scary parts in this. I think that's it. The 2 scenes.
They were locked in the cage until that point, though.
Yes.
They didn't get out until after.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, you're right. Okay, but even still, like, what's the one subplot that I really just rolled my eyes? Oh, the eggs.
The egg part?
The egg part, I was like,
it was a little hokey. But I like how he used that voice thing to communicate with
And I hate that part.
You hate that part?
We talked about this before. I like the concept behind it.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that, so he listens to the raptors for a couple of minutes. Later on, he's able to use the vocal cord, 3D mapping of the vocal cord. So he's able to use this to now speak raptor.
Mm-hmm.
From the 3 or 4 minutes he was able to glean raptor previously, but he's able to speak raptor so well that these raptors are like, these are weird looking raptors.
I would love to see that scene with subtitles, though, to see what he's saying in raptor.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's just something ridiculous, like, my poo tastes good. And they're like, what the fuck?
It's obviously like, okay, you know what, I'm going to reference Anchorman again. It's obviously Baxter coming to the rescue, talking to the bears.
Yeah.
It's like, in my travels, I met a bear named Catarjo. Catarjo? The humans can go. You know? If it wasn't for the Anchorman scene, I wouldn't have made that connection, but now I make that connection because it's just like, it's hokey that he's able to sit there and go, like, okay, he's able to make the noises, but he's able to get a context, inflection. He knows that they're able to speak in a way that other raptors will go, okay, he needs help. Or those guys are there, we gotta go over here, then we'll fucking ambush them. But he's able to sit there and go, hey, here's your eggs. We're really sorry. We mean you no harm. We just want to leave. And the other raptors are going to go, okay.
All right.
That's fine. Weird looking raptor dude, you're cool.
Yep.
Your other raptors don't look anything like us at all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't smell like us. Probably taste good. But we're going to leave you alone because you returned the eggs and you spoke raptor fluently. No.
Spoke raptor and then they heard the helicopters.
Still. No.
Okay, no. I'm agreeing with you on this.
Okay, because they heard the raptors and the copter and they fucked off, but still.
As we're talking about it, okay.
There's no instance where you felt like they could kill them at any moment. It was immediately like, I'm speaking raptor, everything's good.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I wasn't really scared with these raptors. You know, they weren't very scary. And also,
the one scene when they're in the compound and they're looking
that part's cool. That part's
really cool, where you're looking at the different fetuses and
and
different
you
various
see
stages.
its face.
And then he's just like this, and then he just kind of zones in. I was like, wow, that's really cool.
That was neat. That was a neat introduction to the raptors.
That was really cool. And then, of course, after that, I was just kind of like, I mean, they're also dumber raptors in this movie.
They are dumber.
Even though they're the same raptors from The Lost World. The exact same.
Same island.
They're dumber because it's like, you know, they're tracking them for the eggs, but they can never ever really seem to get them.
I'm going to blame it on the feathers.
Yeah.
Clearly it affected something in the brain.
That's right. So, I mean...
Okay, saying I love Jurassic Park 3 might have been too far. I enjoy it, though. I do enjoy it, but as we're talking about it, it's not... It is the worst of the bunch. Which is clear as day, because...
Hands down.
It didn't bomb, but it did make a lot of money. And it killed the franchise until 2015.
Killed the franchise. For like 14 or 13 years.
14 years? 14 years.
2001? Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14 years. There was no Jurassic Park movies.
And
so...
I just... Again, like I said, like I wanted to like it, and this time I wanted to like it. And I mean, some of the stuff that I did like in this movie, it did change my opinion of it since the first couple of times. Because, I mean, in all fairness, I've only ever watched this movie all the way through from start to finish on 2 separate occasions. The first time I watched it, and this time. Every other time it's from pieces because it's just like, it's hard. And I couldn't remember why until I watched it all the way through, and I remember, oh yeah, that's why. Because while it's not badly acted, it's poorly written.
It's not badly acted at all. I mean, it's a really great cast.
They do a really good job of shining up this turd because it's a poorly written movie.
William H. Macy, Tia Leone, they're always great.
Yeah, even the kid's good. Even though
kid's really
kid's
good.
Like a super kid, but he's still good.
Michael Jeter as Udesky was great.
He was great. He got a shit moron because while I said you got the sense that the crew wasn't necessarily the most savory of individuals.
Yeah.
But the one guy that gets eaten from the Spinosaur right away.
Yeah.
Like, just the look of terror on him where he's like, don't leave me! And they're like, well, we can't help it!
Yeah.
And then he gets killed and it fucks their plane up. But Udesky, like, I love the line where he's just like, if we split up, I'm going with you guys.
Yeah.
Because, like, the dynamic is that they're divorced parents of the kid, right? And that's one of the things that immediately you're just like, okay, well, they get back together. You knew they were going to get back together. Especially because, like I said, they talked about the boyfriend, and then they never reference him again after that. Even after they find his body, or his skeleton, they don't reference him. It's never like, oh my god, that was Benjamin, and I loved him. It was just, skeleton.
Kudos. Isn't that his name, Benjamin? Kudos on remembering that. It's been 24 hours.
That's right, so...
You care more about him than his girlfriend did.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But Udesky also says another great line that I love, where Al Grant's pissed, and he's like, we're going to the shore. And then the Kirbys say to him, so what do? He goes, we look for your son in the direction they're going.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I love that part.
That was good, too. And then he gets totally fucking deked out by the raptors. Like, when it does the step on him, I was like, oh. I was just like, oh, man. And then they're like, oh, he's dead. And then for some reason, they go to get closer look at his dead body.
Because he moves a little.
That's right.
They're
like,
he's not dead. We have to save him.
And then he's like, he's not dead. And then immediately the raptors are like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he set a trap for us. Billy says that. He goes, they set a trap for us. And again, that's a part where I go, yeah, isn't your mentor the fucking leading raptor expert?
You probably should have knew that by now.
At some point, he would have said something positive about the strategic powers of the raptors. Mm-hmm. You read his books. You're familiar with Jurassic Park. You probably read Ian Malcolm's book. You're familiar with what happened on this island, Isla Snorna.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, be surprised that they set a trap for you. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's these aspects where, and even the fact that he took the raptor eggs, I thought was really stupid.
That was stupid.
And even
especially when he should know.
He says, like, it's a really stupid mistake, but you have to understand that it was my best intentions. It's like, yeah, but you do this for a fucking living.
Yeah.
And they're actually alive.
Yeah.
At no point in time would... I'd like to think that if I was ever in that situation, I would never, ever go, you know what, I'm going to take a couple raptor eggs. They'll never know. They'll never notice they're gone.
We're going to make big dollars.
You know, and then I'm going to sell them, and I'm going to make big dollars, and we'll be able to fund our research for at least another 6,
There'll be raptors
7,
running around the city.
10 years. That's
hey,
right.
It's all good.
You know, it's like I said, so right from the beginning, it's dumb because there's nothing preventing anybody from ever getting on this island. I mean, just the fact that the boat was this close, here's the island.
Yeah.
Here's the boat. At any point in time, I could have floated over to the island. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So then never mind that the plane... Okay, so they're in Costa Rican airspace. Does the plane get shot down? No. Does the plane ever get a call from somebody saying, hey, you're in Costa Rican airspace, what the hell are you doing? Or, never mind that, you're near the fucking dinosaur islands, get out of there, stay the hell away from there. Mm-hmm. What about the ramifications of the end, where now the pteranodons are flying free, and Grant is smiling, going, they're looking for a new home. New place to nest. You're like, wait, what? Call somebody. Tell somebody, hey, these pteranodons got free. Yeah, it's our fault.
Yeah.
Wipe them out. If I'm part of the Air Force and I hear that we gotta shoot down pteranodons, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. You know why? You know why? Because I don't want them to multiply. Because if you feed them after midnight, they're going to multiply, especially if you get them wet.
Yeah.
Gremlins. Never mind. Okay.
Also a Spielberg movie.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
You didn't go too far off the route there.
No, but
good.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
I don't want those things getting any more than there is. And then next thing you know, I'm on a vacation in Mexico, and these things are now flying after me.
Yeah.
Or my kids. No, shoot them fucking down.
Yeah, enough ways.
Napalm all the islands.
Yeah.
Erase every trace. Don't ever put us in a position where somebody's going to go, well, wait, we could just make more dinosaurs. Get rid of everything. Like. But then we went to Jurassic World. True. True, but look how well that happened.
I'm assuming they just flew over to Nublar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But even still. It's still just one of those endings where, again, they try to do this cutesy, like, life finds a way ending, but it's like, no. You don't want this life to find a way. Yeah. You want this life to end. Kill that life. Destroy that life. It's just so frustrating. Awesome how Ellie saved the day. That was great. I love that the kid was like, he goes, it's the dinosaur man. And then all of a sudden he's just like, and then he's distracted by Barney. Yeah. I love that she saves the day. It is great. She sends like everybody. It's like these pockets of good parts are just encased in this very shitty movie that wanted to be better than it was. Yeah. It was also marketed as being better than it was. Which is fair. But I will give it some props. First off, one thing that I didn't like, the amount that dinosaurs break necks in this movie. We see the Spinosaurus snap the T-Rex neck. We see the Velociraptor snap Udesky's neck. I forgot all about that because I remember when he did the neck snap on Udesky, I remember just being like, what the fuck? Is he Steven Seagal? Instead of just eating him. Yeah. You know? Aren't you hungry? Like, these things are always moving. You know, I just get the picture that they're just like, oh, you're food, I'm going to eat you. Yes. I never know when I'm going to get food again, so I'm just going to eat you. But instead, I remember thinking, like, why if it was just the Udesky scene, I would be like, all right. And I would have moved on. But this is 5 minutes after seeing a Spinosaurus snap T-Rex's neck. I mean, it's like, what the fuck's going on in this jungle? And again, you're like, you're a Spinosaurus. You just killed the T-Rex, who almost killed you earlier in the movie. Yeah. Well, why would you just eat him? Or eat parts of him? No, you just snap his neck and then let him rot later? Like, you're going to pick him up later? Like, you're right. Like, I wanted to remember the neck break scene, so I'm glad you said that, because, it was just like... Yeah, so that was strange. What? And they made the T-Rex look like a bitch. I know they wanted to make Spinosaurus look like a big, scary monster. Which, again... And see, okay, and that's, I think, a lesson that they learned for Jurassic World. Yeah. Was because they wanted to make Indominus Rex scary, but they went back to treating the T-Rex like the unofficial hero. Yeah. Just like in the first movie. Yeah. You know, and in the second movie, not necessarily a hero, but you felt for him because it was parents trying to protect their kid. So it was still a different dynamic. Yeah. You were still scared shitless of them, but it's that lion effect. Whereas in this one, there was no lion effect. It was just... And I hate to think that since this is Sorna, that was probably that baby Rex from Lost World. Oh! No, because, I mean, how long does it take? He was alone and he wasn't a good fighter. True. Parents died, left him to fend for himself. Yeah. Oh, and because of the animal references, I'm going to say this. Raptors, jackals. I'm just glad they weren't, like, laughing the whole time. But quickly into the good, because it doesn't take long. I love that you went from, like, I actually love this movie. You're like, actually, No. I don't really. Straight up, I do enjoy this movie. I'm probably still going to give it a 7 or 8 just because I enjoy it a lot. I like how it's only an hour and a half because they waste no fucking time. That's right. Like, Jurassic Park, for obvious reasons, because it was the first movie, but Lost World has a long build-up before stuff happens. Yeah, but, I mean, instead of ending it before they get off the island, they do that whole sequence with San Diego. And we've, like, I just literally say, you could take that out. And I'd be like, okay, that's a little bit better. Aside from the cutesy ending where it's like, well, we see the T-Rex off back to where it came from, and as long as nobody messes with that island, we'll be fine. Little did we know, we're going to continue messing with that island. Double time. Yeah. So... You're right. Like, the shorter running time was kind of nice. It was nice. It made things move. It's moving. But it didn't feel like an action movie like Jurassic World. Yeah. So there's that aspect. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing where Alan and Ellie were in their life.
We got to see where Hammond and the kids and Malcolm were.
Yeah.
Nice to see where the rest of them were.
No, and you're right. Like, it is as sad as it is. It was nice to kind of like bookmark it there and just kind of go, okay, all right. So it's like, so now like when they were saying like Malcolm's character shows up in Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right, but maybe don't have too much. Like, I don't want to see Grant.
I feel like his role in Fallen Kingdom is going to be very small. I
feel like that too, but I almost feel like at that point, then it's like, well, what was the point? You know?
Yeah.
But
they kind of
see
in the last movie they kind of did tease him by having that Malcolm book.
That's true.
And everything.
Yeah,
so,
they kind of did, but I don't know. I'm super pumped to watch the movie. Like, there's no way.
I'm so pumped.
Wait to watch
I'm so pumped, and that will be the next Camcast.
You know,
or it might be before this one. I haven't decided yet. Either way, you're gonna get this trilogy and the Fallen Kingdom one kind of back to back in the same week.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah.
Jurassic Week. So pretty much.
Wait, well then hold on. When are we gonna do the Fallen Kingdom Camcast?
Oh, we'll do it.
When? I'm saying
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. I'll mention it to Michelle. I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
And then she's going to be at my sister's thing anyway, right? For a few hours.
Oh, right. So
I
work till 4, and then
yeah,
I'll just change and come here. Yeah, listen to us. Putting our plans right out on the Camcast. No shame.
So as long as I don't smash my head or get sick.
And I don't get another bout of cellulitis.
There you go.
Although, like I said, like I couldn't get cellulitis on my dick for like one night. Because of the swelling.
The beanbag chair.
That's right. That's probably the saddest part is I joke and be like, oh yeah, I have a really thick penis.
This is pretty comfortable.
It'll probably just be one of those things where I'm like, oh my god, I can't have sex with this. I'm probably gonna die or lose this thing.
Cut the arm off if you want, but I need this.
Put injections right in here and put that back to normal. I don't even care if it shrinks an inch. Just put it back. This is so scary. Man. So all in all, I mean...
Although, I think I'm done with Jurassic Park 3.
Well,
I'm
done.
Are you done? I do want people to comment and let me know what they think.
I would love to have comments. I'd love if even suggestions, what movies we should do. I mean,
well, I forget the username. I want to thank the person that commented on one of our Deadpool segments to say that they really enjoy our chemistry and our videos.
Well, thank you, person that I don't know.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it, but just, like it, share it, comment. I would love comments. I would love shares, obviously. I mean, we need them, but...
I definitely want comments, because I would love to have conversations with
hell, even if it's like a suggestion of movies to watch. I mean, if it's something we haven't seen, because, I mean... We're just scratching the surface. Like, I just saw Ex Machina on there, and I would love to do a Camcast on Ex Machina, because that was crazy.
I mean, you could turn around and we got, like, fucking 100
You know
episodes.
what I mean? Like, it's just nuts. Nuts. I mean, the John Wick trilogy.
Got the Wicks. The Hobbits.
I will say this real quick. I love the reference or the connection you made between Aliens and Jurassic World, because you're right. Like, if you watch Alien, and I mean, I defy you to find a better horror flick than the original Alien. Like, that's right up there. Like, I mean, Event Horizon is one of my favorite, but Alien is crazy scary.
Yeah,
crazy scary. You know what's nuts about that one? It's apparently a big, huge male rape allegory. I've read a couple of articles, and they all say the same thing, but if you think about it, what happens? Facehugger forces himself through the guy's mouth, right? So then what bursts through his chest? A penis-looking alien, right? And the whole point was to just show men how scary rape actually is. Next time you watch that movie, think about that. You won't be able to not think about that, because the whole time you'll be going, it's a fucking rape movie.
Yeah.
And it is. Yeah. But that's super scary. The Aliens, just as scary, but now it's an action movie.
It's an action movie.
Because, who do you have in it? Bill Paxton. What does he say?
Game over, man!
Game over!
These pancakes are delicious.